From what I just checked, there has been no Crystal Maidens picked still, so that, I think that might be the first CM of the tournament, which is absolutely ridiculous because this was like the most picked hero at Kiev Major and afterwards for quite a while.
I mean, no surprise really that the team to pick it is Secret. Definitely something that puppies are always loved.
Look how tiny Crystal Maiden looks.
I mean, she is only tiny.
Is she really that small?
Yeah, she's only she's only 6 years old.
She looks really tiny in comparison to, like, look at this Elder Titan Invoker. They're massive in comparison. Look at Kunkka in comparison to CM. Kunkka's 3 times the size of her. So now they at least have, like, the duo kind of combo. And that hero brings them together a lot. But
oh, the TNC
TNC special. So now, like we said, we didn't know for sure if the PL was mid. Now it's going to be the Tinker mid, PL safe lane. And Tinker versus Invoker is a very hard matchup versus Invoker.
And the obnoxiousness at the Kunkka-Tinker combo.
Yes.
It could be nasty. We'll see how Secret can do this game.
I like TNCs.
I do. I do like TNCs as well.
Because their first 4 are more aggressive. They can make more plays and just kind of like run at them. The Tinker is like the security blanket with the PL. They're like, all right, we can take it to the late game. We win. We're good in the lanes and we're good in the aggression. So I do like that. We'll see if Secret's able to pull it away with the mid one Invoker.
TNC versus Secret, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of this 2-game series. Drafts are in.
10 seconds remaining.
See how it plays out. Just waiting for Yapsor to pick up his Elder Titan. Come on,
5 seconds remaining.
grab it, my boy. See, with some very comfort picks. Same can be said for Secret. You got the Kezu Bat, of course.
I'm wondering if
CM, he lives on that hero.
I'm wondering if they're gonna do the old approach that they used to do on Secret, where they start like the aggro tri-lane with CM. Well, with CM +1 +2, like plus Kezu and Yapsor's heroes, they leave MP alone, which Secret loves to do. And they have Puppy kind of just jungle at the start afterwards, just to make sure that he gets his levels, and then they make their way and just make sure that Kezu has a good start, because they don't want him to suffer, because that's the way Secret plays. They play a lot around Kezu having his farm, having his items. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them try that kind of aggro.
Gentlemen, getting ourselves in. Let's see what the lanes are, see what they do. Start. 47 start.
It is.
Look at that face. It's got some sort of juggernaut mask on. No one.
Pretty sick looking one. I have to say, I always loved watching Cuckoo and Raven. These two guys, always on TNC, have been outstanding like performers. They always end up having like 25 kills, 24 kills, like 1 death or something. So I always keep eyes on them. But not only just them, don't want to sleep on the supports. Tims. This guy is always a beast whenever he plays like his Earth Spirit or whatever roaming hero he does. So eyes on him and Yapsor to be making the plays around the map for their teams.
Tims, bit of a wallop there from Yapsor. And I mean, which lane do you feel is going to suffer the most? Who's going to have the hardest time in this opening? The lanes looking to be pretty much as expected, with the safe lane tri lanes coming out.
Depends on how they start. Do they? I think they are going to start the tri-lane aggressive. That's what I would imagine.
Oh, you think they will?
It's a very secret thing to do.
Ah, yeah, they're switching it up now.
Yeah. This is like that's their bread and butter usually. So we'll see if they do want to do that one. I would say probably mid one if they don't actually help him, because Tinker versus Invoker is a pretty hard matchup for the Invoker. Mid one is one of the more comfortable ones on it though, so we'll see how he's able to do. Massive amount of pings coming out. Secret seems to want to try to deward lane ward that TNC places, but TNC this game did not prioritize it. They prioritized putting the mid ward, and they prioritized putting the ward kind of watching where the Crystal Maiden's movements would be through the jungle.
You see any bounty runes being stolen? Each and side grabs the couple.
The double, look at the 3-man block in mid lane right now by Secret. They really want to make sure that mid one gets the perfect block for that mid lane.
I mean, at this rate, it's certainly going to be the better block, so he should have that high ground control as the waves meet.
So Sam Mage right away top lane. I think he's recognizing he's going to be versus a solo lane, and he's going to pull the creep wave. That could be really nice if he's able to meet it with his creep wave in the middle of those 2 towers. So they're just, okay, so they're actually just going to leave Kezu to start bottom alone. Puppy's just going to straight up start jungle, and they're going to do the dual lane mid just to make sure that mid one can actually get some farm. Yapsor eating some heavy harassment though with the torrent.
Yeah. Tim's on point there with that, holding back the Elder Titan.
Demised.
Both teams requiring this secondary support in that mid lane.
Sam H was able to meet the creep wave in between his 2 towers, so he's able to deny majority of that wave, but MP also did the same thing with his wave, so top lane should be pretty much farm versus farm until Lone Druid gets level 5, where he can start putting a bit more pressure. Kezu though during this, he knows he's versus a dual lane because, you know, the Kunkka's forced middle to try to help the Tinker a bit. So Kezu should get a good chunk of experience and blast hits down here. It's going to be very nice for him.
Again, they'll land the Torrent. Going to make another bit of an attempt onto mid one here.
Oh, they've got Laser Rocket.
Bring him down, and that's going to be your first blood. This mid lane looking pretty scary indeed. I mean, you said
we were saying, man.
It was never going to be nice for the Invoker, and
it's the Tinker versus Invoker kind of matchup. You're significantly kind of squishier than the Tinker as an Invoker just because of the burst that Tinker has and the skill build that you can go, which we'll probably see him get like 2 laser, 2 rocket, and then he'll hold skill points or something along those lines.
And everyone certainly has to be careful with that. Tim's Kunkka hanging around. Tim's now making the move back over, and we'll get eyes on Kezu in the jungle. Starts to play around with him a little bit. Does have 40-37 herding across as well. Lands the curse out, forces the Firefly out, and Kezu has to back off. So he's creating mass amounts of space for this safe lane PL.
Puppey in the meanwhile just still continuing to jungle. Finds himself an Arcane Rune on Crystal Maiden. Probably the best rune to jungle, of course. So it's only like 80 more for your Frostbite rather than that 150 or 140 that it is. The bear top almost actually gets brought down by Sam H, getting very aggressive.
Sam H diving right in deep for it. CS on this top lane, 10 for 5 at the moment on MP. A slight lead, but saying it, a lot's being found by this off-lane Legion.
Yeah.
They're keeping up in farm. Sam H he's loving life up there. He doesn't mind it at all.
He should be able to, he should be able to farm well. It's until that level 5 comes out where it's actually threatened. He still has to be like a little bit concerned of just standing there because you just eat the double right clicks from pretty much 2 heroes. That's what Lone Druid is. Midwin though still he's doing fine, you know, with the CS at least. He's 12 and 6 to the 12 and 6 Tinker, so that help he's gotten from it, the Elder Titan and being able to use that Force Spirit is doing well for him. But now the Torrent comes out, they've got level 2.
Again, another connection. That will be the Yapsor play with the stop, trying to hold them back. The X-Mark onto Midwin, dragging him in. Quite going to have that extra round of burst yet up on Kuku's Tinker.
Forcing an early Ice Wall. It's a big heavy committal that Midwin had to do. Almost getting torrented again. He has to be very careful of getting hit by those. Definitely he's almost in the burst region with the laser rocket.
Very scary mid lane indeed. Kuku.
Kuku's eating a lot of damage.
Very aggressively there, as you say, just knowing that mid one was close to that threshold, that the nuke damage would be enough. Quite going to be cancelled. Yeah. Sure to get the full duration out of it. Himself in pretty good position, but as you say, mid one is keeping up. He's keeping on rate with the farm despite this pressure. Yapsor's presence certainly working out in terms of just evening the flow of this mid lane. Yeah,
having that the high ground vision ward as well as the ward inside of the enemy jungle, being able to watch the Kunkka's movements is really helping Midwin control the lane and know when he can walk up and play a little bit more aggressive.
Now we'll see when Puppey starts to make some movement towards the lanes. He's level 3 now on the CM. A couple of points, of course, in the aura to help out the team. Yapsor trying for the sleep, won't quite find it. Now I'm going to fight into Kuku there with the cold snap, but there's the X-Mark into Torrent turnaround. Yapsor in trouble. Rocket and Laser are going to be up in a second.
He doesn't have mana for both, though.
Oh, I can't quite get in range either way for that Laser. Lucky for Yapsor that he keeps just the distance to get back to safety.
Kezu's feel great in this game, though. Level 4, Tranquil Boots finished, getting as much as he absolutely wants in the bottom lane, also contesting the hard camp. It's actually going to be able to get most of it here. Oh, actually, TNC gets both of the big creeps there with the Silencer and the PL.
I mean, all in this opening 5 minutes, no one is really being kept that far behind.
No.
Off lane is pretty much on the same level in terms of farm and XP. Mid lane, other than that first blood, it's starting to just even out between the two.
Kuku's a little bit behind on the XP, just very slightly though, because of the Kunkka staying there with him a bit longer. Looks like TNC wants to go for their first smoke rotation with the Silencer and Kunkka. They've got it ready. It is still nighttime, and here we go.
Let's see what they can get with it. Level 3 on 1437.
Should be a pretty easy kill on Midwin if they're able to get the X, and it looks like Tim's is going for the full wraparound just to make sure, since it is that level 1 X.
They do have, obviously, Yapsor with the availability to try and hold back any sort of play with the Spirit and the Stomp. But, of course, if he gets caught out as well, if he's the one to get gone on, things could certainly get a bit trickier. We'll see if they can close the distance. Mid-1 moving forward. Put down a little bit by the laser. YapzOr still in good position to react. This torrent, it's going to miss here. They try and go in with that one.
Kezu's in the area too.
Look at that as well. YapzOr hits the 3-man sleep, holding back TNC, and indeed with a rotation from Kezu, they get one. They may even get more out of it as well as the 3 stacks of Napalm build up on 1437. Kezu heading in deep, looking for that silencer kill. He should get it. He does. He may pay with his life as the tower comes flying through with the hits and Cuckoo as well. No, he can't quite reach him. Kezu gets out, and indeed YapzOr with these stomps making sure that Secret have the chance to turn. Oh, Kezu, don't come back in here, son. Oh dear.
Oh, he's gonna die.
Yeah, he is definitely dead.
Oh, that's so much actually going for the Kunkka there.
It looked like he could have gone out if he just got the bounty rune and ran past the shrine. Maybe he was worried about someone TPing to the shrine.
I think
he was kind of stuck in a bit of a hard place there.
That's massive for Tim's getting there though. Yeah. Level 4 now for him. But the 3-man stomp from YapzOr, but also not even just the 3-man stomp, it's the place that Kezu was, like that presence of mind about being in that mid lane to be able to get those 2 kills.
Yeah. All in all though, obviously because of Kezu's rotation towards the mid, Raven did find a free tier 1 down on the bottom lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Objective taken here for TNC. Still very close in the early days of this game. For 2, 1437 has got an invis rune. Sentry's down in the middle though for Secret. Hard for the silencer to do too much in terms of surprise there. Top lane, MP trying to get some pressure done onto this tier 1 now. Bottom lane, Raven, he's feeling pretty free here. Even with Kezu coming in, there's not really too much Kezu can do in terms of killing the PL on his own. Can certainly cause an issue and try and slow down the farm. They are bringing YapzOr over as well. If he gets a good sleep, there is the chance for the Kezu to close the gap and get on top of these 2.
They do see him though, you know. They have that ops ward till they see Puppey and YapzOr walking in. Puppey's just still been jungling, huh?
I don't think he's
moved from it yet.
He's not been to a lane yet.
It's about to be level 5, so he's gonna have maybe if he wants the 2-1-2 build or even level 3 aura, so goes for level 3 aura, and maybe he'll just continue jungling. Get the aura online for his team so they can farm better, and yeah, maybe he doesn't really have like great lanes to gank. Maybe he can set up for mid with the Invoker, but bottom isn't really great ganks, top either. But soon we'll see him definitely making motions with Elder Titan since he does have that smoke.
Absolutely, and then you should say with the levels that he's got, he's going to make a good impact when he does turn up to one of them. Yeah. Top lane, Tim's, he's got his eyes out. Wants to set up for a dual potential with Sam H, but MP is playing it super safe. I believe, yeah, they've got that direct server ward down, so yeah, MP knows exactly what's up.
And now they're starting to make, this is where they're like, okay, well, there's a Kunkka top. We can this is the easy rotation for Secret to make CM and Elder Titan making their way up. They should be able to grab at least one of these heroes if they're able to close the distance.
TNC are being smart with their movement. They're already starting to back up. And by the looks of it, means that Secret can't quite get the catch. There's going to be some space for Cuckoo in this mid lane, with mid-1 obviously heading away from the lane, knowing that he himself isn't going to have the support backup that he needs, with the rest of his team looking towards trying to find some action up top.
Yeah.
So this is a free lane for Cuckoo as he obviously races towards those boots of travel. 1300 towards the recipe at the moment.
Interesting, the patience from Secret there. They were like not really trying to make the aggressive plays because they don't really have the damage of those type of like offensive heroes like Lone Druid, CM, Elder Titan right now. They don't really, you know, they're not really killing at this point. So they're just trying to secure the Lone Druid's farm. So instead of going for the aggressive, they just watch him and secure him.
Back to mid lane, mid-1 straight back in as soon as YapzOr's back in the neighborhood. Knows that he can feel a little safer now. Bottom lane, Kezu trying to make the move onto Raven. Spirit Lance slow, of course, meaning that Kezu can't really go for anything more than just forcing the PL back, but it does get him out of the lane, gives Kezu some space to now start working towards the Blink Dagger.
So it will be the double minuses coming out for Secret as expected. The Lone Druid and the Invoker getting it pretty soon. I mean, Lone Druid's got his already. Invoker about 500 gold away. Should be closing in on that one very shortly. Yeah. While Kezu is, did he actually finish the drums first, or did he? Okay. He has two pieces, no. And then he's gonna just go back.
Yeah.
For the blink.
I mean, could still change his mind, of course.
Yeah, of course.
I guess this is the point where maybe you just feel like if you can get that gold for the blink, it's worth picking up. Because it could make all the difference at this stage. Mid lane, trying to move in onto 1437 with the cold snap. They'll land the sleep. Meteor flying through as well. Going to be quite enough to tick down the silencer. 1437 will survive behind the safety of his tier 1. Top lane, Tim's trying to make a bit of a go, but MP's up on him. It's the first hit route. Sam H is there with the heal, saves him, gets Tim's out of range of the Sunstrike. Puppey getting nuked down. Trying to see if he can get the catch onto Sam H. YapzOr's there as well. Will get the slow. There's the torrent, holds back 2 of them, but the sleep's there from YapzOr, holding back Sam H and sets up the kill for Secret.
Nice. able to get themselves that nice kill. MP picks it up, which is great for him to accelerate rather than the supports. And what do we say, Raven? Raven is just going for the straight defusal rush, as we always see on the PLs. No Soul Ring, though. We do tend to see the Soul Ring pick up first, just so we can always have that mana to be able to spam constantly.
Yeah, we saw that with last series from Nota with great effect. This is beautiful.
Oh, it's a triple stack. This is the dream right here.
He's going to eat
and
if he gets a
might
kill
even get TNC too.
I'll take it. There we go. Lasso, Sunstrike, they get the kill. Is that stack going to tick out to the Firefly? He's obviously have to leave it, Kezu. Did he get much from the stack?
He got one.
He got a fair
few. Oh, he only got one of the big cubes,
but he still got a fair bit. I mean,
took most of it.
Yeah.
And he gets a kill.
Yep, he's happy.
Absolute dream. Oh no, they just shrine away from mid one. Mid one needed that shrine, you guys.
Oh. Tinker's going to head over and just, dude, where's my creeps? Gone.
Yeah, he pinged it.
Yep.
Thieven pinged and he's like, they took our stack.
Feels bad in a heart.
Kezu also spots that they have an ancient stack.
So off the back of that, Kezu well on his way to the 1500.
I love that he's playing very aggressive though. You know how you see like
moving around
his positioning all over on the map from Kezu. It's because he's playing with the double and Midas lineup. He wants to be that guy who's like forcing action, because otherwise it's going to be TNC able to make plays all over the place. So right away they're smoked up. They're looking for that Tinker farming the woods, but now they know he's bottom, so they're looking for a wraparound on that mid lane.
They can get it here. Sam HM 1437.
No lasso for 30,
targets.
but Elder Titan coming in as well to help.
All Heroes of Secret really set on trying to make something happen here. Tinker, TP's back into the lane. Cuckoo getting caught out by the slow. Look at Yapsor setting up here with the sleep. Bam! He's got 3. Have they got the follow-up? Sunstrike's not going to be on point. Tim's turns up. They're not going to dive in any deeper, Secret. They will back away.
Nice patience by Secret there, though. Like, being able to disengage like that, not overcommitting by any way. Just understanding that there's too many heroes there for really them to overcommit without their big ultimate on the Elder Titan.
Some big items done for TNC now. You've got the Fusel Blade finished on Raven. Sam H has the Blink Dagger. Bottom lane, Cuckoo. Will they spot him out in time? Not quite. Not quite enough time to get that stomp down.
If only Flame Break, still stunned. During this, it's just, it's Cuckoo just trying to stall the game, stall those tier 1 tower pushes as long as possible for Raven to get online with that PL. And he's starting to get online. Defusal finished on the way toward that treads if he chooses to do so. And they're smoked up top. They're ready to take an engagement around this PL, probably expecting Secret to react.
Looking for the PL push. If it's going to be successful. 1437, very close to that level 6.
Wow, he's still not 6, huh?
Yeah. It's quite a slow one. And he does need it. I mean, it makes all the difference, of course, having that global.
Secret's bringing heavy reinforcements toward that top lane.
It's going to be hard to get a catch, though. I mean, Sam H is the closest, and he does have the blink.
Once they have the blink bad, then they can actually go for it, but
yeah,
he's 1 creep away.
I mean, he might get baited into going in onto Kezu. They're hovering around in the tree line here.
Oh, if Kezu dies here, he's going to be the saddest person ever.
Oh, how close is he? Oh, he's so close.
He's 50 gold away.
He is so close.
I think he spotted them with that sticky. Yeah, he saw them with that sticky napalm. And they also have an Obs Ward, too, that I think caught a glimpse of it. So TNC uses a scan, and it does catch the heroes on the right side, so they are aware that Batrider was kind of a bait. Mid one halfway towards that Aghanims, and we have the Radiance still a bit of ways away. About 3,000 more gold till he gets that one online. But fairly even game, pretty much.
It really is. I mean, and quite a slow-paced game as well. With 15 minutes in, it's only 2-4. Teams getting objectives, but both being very good at avoiding unnecessary fights.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that they're both being very patient about not taking dumb fights, and also just, they had like that kind of mirror thing happening where they had the 2v2 in the mid lane, and neither of them wanted to get over-aggressive. Batrider lasso.
Jump. He's got the blink out. There we go. Jumps forward. Global silence comes through, and that is going to be enough to buy some time for Sam H. Look to move in. Oh, the Flame Break actually knocks Sam H out of the Sunstrike. Not the play the Secret wanted to happen there. They may still get the kill. They've got the sleep onto Sam H. Out in return, though, the boat flies through. It's going to be TNC taking down MP, and maybe even more Raven moving forward, forcing Secret back there. And the Flame Break knocking him out of the Sunstrike. A little unfortunate there. Hard to say if it. I mean, I think it probably would have got the kill if it connected.
It would have been, if it was able to connect, it would have been close, yeah. But I mean, perfect timing for 1437 to get the global online. As soon as the lasso comes out, the counter initiation's there, and with Cuckoo able to always, of course, bo2 travel up and join those type of fights, in the midst with the rum, they just didn't have enough damage to bring anyone down, and MP does pay. But now Global is down.
Oh, look at this.
Sam as well.
He just jumps in. He's found himself a dual target straight in onto Yab, so they'll finish him off in time.
And a tower. That was very well played by Sam.
Actually, I'd say they finish him off in time. They don't. They were a little slow. Doesn't get the damage.
Oh, he didn't get the damage.
He didn't get the damage. So close.
They got the int though, right?
Yeah, they got the int, didn't they?
Yeah, I think he's got 2 more now, so.
+2. Still, yeah, 4-4. TNC starting to take the towers. Definitely going to be a worry, the fact that this Tinker's, Cuckoo's hitting his stride, isn't he? He's getting the item timings that he needs.
He definitely is. They have one scary late.
He's pretty much got the blink. Blink dagger's like done. There we have it. Blink, bots, 16 minutes. You're fine. This is perfect for a Tinker.
Mid one's on his way toward that Axe too, so he's
both mid laners. Both mid laners certainly hitting the timings that they'd expect.
Yeah.
But the question is, Cuckoo being where he is, how good is Secret actually catching out this Tinker? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean the problem is that they need to catch a Tinker so that they can get these tier 1s. These tier 1s are causing them problems because if you look where TNC's playing on the map. They're playing up on Secret's side of the map. They're playing inside the enemy jungle, while Secret is very limited to theirs. Like, you just look at the map control, if you draw the line, and it's like Secret kind of has this. You just naturally looking at that, they have way less to farm in comparison to TNC's massive amount all the way over here on the left side.
Bottom lane, they're hunting for him. They're hunting for Cuckoo. Oh, he's got the blink out to the side. They know where he is. They'll find him. They'll get him with the lasso. Sunstrike as well. They do indeed catch him. Does take a lot. Pretty much takes the, 4 teams plus 4 players plus a Sunstrike.
I don't even know if they're going to be able to force the tower, though, either. Kunkka's TP's down to react for it. We see Puppy's pinging it out. Like he's saying, like, we should force this tower. We need to get an objective once.
I mean, they could maybe just kill Tim's. Okay, no, more TPs are coming through. You're right. There's the setup. Bringing back the lone druid, bursting him down. Low Savage is there. Savage roars in time to make sure the duel's not going to be successful. And peek over the TP out. Does he make it? Oh no! The X marks there just in time. Great play from Tim's. Brings back MP on the lone druid. They will take him down. They'll hold on to the tower, find the big kill. This time, Sam H. No, he doesn't. He still doesn't get the damage. Poor old Sam H. Poor old Sam H. He never gets the damage. Oh.
Yeah, but
he's still happy. He's taking these kills.
Secret really wanted to get that tower. They were desperate, but TNC understands like what they want to be doing in this game. Keep those tier 1s as long as possible alive so that you have more places to farm on the map. And you see, right away, you see 1437 drawing the lines on the map. He's like, we need to push out top, we need to push out mid. Be sure to keep doing that. We have majority of heroes bottom. Cuckoo, that's you.
Interesting build as well from Raven. Diffusal straight into heart by the looks of it.
Yeah, it must be feeling like they're lacking damage on the side of Secret. It's pretty much just the Invoker at this point in the game.
Just knowing that you can outlive any team fight with that heart. And wow, they've managed to finally catch. The wards are out. They have the vision. They see that little CM hiding behind the trees. Take him down. TNC starting to get a bit of momentum now. They're pushing down these lanes. Raven at the top of the net worth at the moment. 3.7k in that bank, so he can certainly start picking up the big old pieces of the heart to ask.
Radiance, well, Relic should be coming out within the next 200 gold, but it's almost 20 minutes in and he still doesn't have it as the safe lane lone druid. That's very painful for Secret, having him be so set behind.
Smoke up. TNC wanting to keep the pressure high. Tim's, Raven and Sam H ready to go. 1437's got the global if it's required.
They see that, they know that Secret's not really making any big aggressive plays, so they know they're in the enemy jungle.
Yeah, they've scanned out MP as well. They know someone's here. It's a big catch. How close is he to the Relic? He's got to be close on that bear. He's going to be caught out. There's the combo with the global silence. They'll get the kill. That is going to be the lone druid down. And indeed, he was so... He must have had the, he had the gold.
He had like 3860 something, so he had the gold for the Relic, but dies again as soon as he has enough.
And of course, as per tradition, Sam H still does not get the bonus damage. Even though he's hit some amazing duels that are setting up for this, he's just never gets the payoff.
Yeah. Secret's having trouble just like forcing these lanes out so that they can actually like make aggressive plays and have a face on the map. If they don't have faces on the map, then that's a big telltale sign for TNC to be like, they're farming jungle, we can just kind of invade. If we see 1 or 2 bottom, we know that there's going to be an easy opportunity for us to go for that. Yeah. Now they place deep wards too, so they'll always know whenever MP does go there. Puppy X'd up.
Oh, he's caught out. X mark into the torrent. Looks like they're not going to follow in on it. little low on TNC, so they won't. Don't want to get too crazy and dive this tier 2. They will head back. MP's back in the game. Has he managed to pick up that relic? Okay, very close.
Got it now.
He should get it now.
Yeah.
He's got the money.
It's gonna be very late though. It's already 21 minutes and he still does not have it as a safe lane Lone Druid. It doesn't help that, you know, the 3 deaths really hurt him, but it's also not having these towers. He doesn't have more places to farm.
So Cuckoo with the Ether Lens now done on the Tinker. Really adding to the potential of his damage output and capabilities at this stage of the game. Still relatively early on in there, like a Tinker's game's lifeline. 21 minutes in. Looking pretty stacked.
Yeah, he's feeling great. And I mean, Raven actually, so he did full commit. I thought maybe he might change, but no, full committed. He's got the heart if he wants to buy it. The courier's going up there too, and
go on, Raven.
There we go.
Do your shopping. There we have it.
So he did, okay, full heart. He is pretty damn tanky.
Yeah, do the numbers. Is there actually the damage on the board from Secret to kill him?
It's going to be, for certain, quite tough. Maybe building the heart also to kind of deal with the, in a different kind of fashion, to deal with the Elder Titan aura, right? The natural order. Of course, the armor reduction is only from your hero, but the magic armor is around the spirit, so having that extra just surge of base HP versus the minus magic resistance and invoker spells could just be enough to save him. So definitely a good choice. I mean, he's 22 minutes. He's almost 3,000 life.
Jumping on the boat. I tell you what.
That was instant.
I thought he could have got that lasso off. It looked like he could have.
Okay. I was looking at mid for the smoke from TNC, so I didn't see it.
It felt like he had time there. Maybe not. Maybe the cast was too long. But yeah, that 40-37 silence out in response. And now straight away, moving in, looking for MP. Tornado will fly through. The boat lies down. MP will survive, though. And this is Secret now, looking for the turnaround. They turn towards the Legion Commander, who's trying to get himself away. Sam H, can he escape? He cannot. Will be taken down. Secret find the kill. Raven trying to stick around for more in this fight. The rocket's getting spammed out, forcing Secret back. But Secret will survive. They get themselves out of this one and do get the kill.
MP was very close to dying there. But the lack of global, because they had to use it bottom to save 1437's life, definitely put its part there. And also, they didn't have any creeps for Cuckoo to TP into to have that extra burst damage. And now bottom, they do find 1437.
They drag him in. Mid one goes for the Tornado, TP out. Looking for the swag play. Raven will punish the Battle Rider, taking down Kezu. This is Secret starting to get stuck into this game and getting some action in return. Jump forward from Cuckoo, trying to burst down Yapzor. Puppy's there to look to hold him back. Indeed, Cuckoo will just jump to the sideline. TP out. Sunstrike not going to be on point. Will escape, get himself back to base. Oh yeah, so 8-7. TNC still with a slight lead, but Secret starting to show signs of being able to stop down this momentum that TNC have. Radiance is now complete. The Lone Druid. And maybe even thinking, maybe that jump down the bottom as well was Kezu. Maybe he didn't want to lasso. Maybe it was literally jumping in and he was like, go on, global silence, use it. Use it.
Debating it.
And maybe it was just the bait for the ult. Could very well have been that way.
I thought they would still at least like commit to kind of trying to kill him, right? That was the thing. Like I saw them jump on him, but they didn't even like go chasing over and like trying to actually go for the kill. And 1437 actually farmed himself a Midas somehow during all this.
Okay. Oh, what else is he doing like on levels now? Yeah, he got a lot of space in that lane down.
Oh, so he's about to be level 12 when he uses that. Yeah, level 12 now. 2 global. Will be very useful. And the fact that he can actually scale.
Yep.
Will be quite nice.
Only 6 stolen intelligence so far. I mean,
yeah, only
to
6.
be expected in a game where there's not been that many kills. But it's not the smartest of silencers at the moment. To go. Oh yeah, they've obviously they've got to be aware of MP's farm starting to scale up nicely with that Radiance hands, or at least in the Bear's hands. Cuckoo, very well. He's working his way towards the Ags. He's more than halfway. Ags at Ether Lens. That is going to be the point where these team fights are going to be very scary for Secret if they can't control this Tinker.
The Ags makes it very, very, very scary. So much team fight potential that comes out from that. It's kind of the same concept as like Tinker teamfight in comparison to Invoker teamfight. It's like when Invoker gets Ags, his teamfight's online. When Tinker gets the Ags, his teamfight's kind of online.
Waiting in the tree line up top to see if he could get a grab. See at the moment, not interested in hanging around up there. He's around as well. Find something. See, even Cuckoo just playing it safe. TP's up to the top lane, comes in from the tier 2, blinks up, lays down some of the march. Making sure that he doesn't get caught out by any sort of play as such that the Secret are trying to execute up here.
Secret have gained themselves a little bit of leeway to be able to push out a tiny bit, but still, same kind of thing is that they've lost all of their tier 2s. They've lost every single tower and have not been able to press forward and get onto TNC's side of the map still in this game. They're starting to have to place those Tinker wards to make sure that they can watch whenever Cuckoo is going for that split push. TNC seems pretty content with farming and kind of chilling out for now until they get their next items online for the Tinker and for the PL.
They're very close. Now, what are we seeing next on Raven? Okay, just
in the Manta, yeah.
Okay. More orthodox items on the Phantom Lancer, level 16 as well at the moment. And mid one, he's just kind of hanging around on that top lane, waiting for a bit of action for a bit of time. Can't quite find it. We're looking to get the BKB next as well to make sure that the global's going to be a little less of an issue, and you can get something done in this fight without having too much of a threat of being controlled up by Tims.
Yeah, he needs it because he's their. I mean, he's Secret's big teamfight presence. Yeah. So once he gets that BKB online, he can not worry about the global, not worry about the Kunkka spells as much, nor the Tinker, and just he can like run in and be like kind of that frontliner with the bear. So we've got what, AC probably being queued up next for MP. He actually hasn't queued anything, but he has casual plate mail, so that's probably it. And okay, Secret does claim themselves their first tower of the game.
Oh. TNC though, they're into Roshan at the back of this. You can take a tier 1 tower, we'll look for Roshan. Now can Secret get over in time? You can see the warding from TNC is super heavy round. We've got full vision of this area.
Very committed for the rush. Secret looks like they know something's up.
They're heading over with the smoke. Looks like, yeah, they're going to be able to have the time to contest this. Where's the jump in? Yapsor looking to lead in with the Spirit. Kezu up to the high ground to focus the bear first. We'll bring it back into the torrent, bringing it down low. Sleep comes out from Yapsor. Isn't going to catch too much out of it. In fact, the bear could be in a lot of trouble here. He's getting beat down upon by these illusions. Sent up to the high ground. Ags has just been finished on Cuckoo, and it could have been more of a perfect time for this Roshan.
And they have a ward on the high ground there too, so if he's set up, he can just literally spam the rockets. Yeah, he can actually force all of Secret back once he gets in position there with that ward. I mean, TNC has absolute pure vision of this team fight, while Secret has little to none.
Thing is, obviously, TNC can't really take down Roshan that quickly.
No, they do not have great Rosh hitters. The PL and the Legion are decent at best.
Moment, they've only just taken down to half.
It's always the threat of the Bat Rider Elder Titan versus in the pit too. Just if you stack up, you get hit by too many of the spells, and it's devastating. They start making their way back in once Secret backs up. Secret does have another smoke, which it looks like I think they're trying to use. They're setting up for it at least.
Very hard really to catch out this PL with that stomp. Raven gonna have Doppelganger at the ready every time. He's back in, now manning up knowing that the stomp's unavailable for a little bit. Yeah, Secret kind of moving away from it. Not that close. I think they're aware that that ward vision is as great as it is by TNC, and they know that if they hang too near, they're not going to get the chance to jump in. Mid one, revealed down bottom, was looking to push that lane out. Tims comes forward. As the Glimmer Cape, in fact, he's going to get the catch as well onto Puppey. Drags him back with the X-Mark Torrent. Puppey will Glimmer Cape himself up. Yapsor looking for the sleep to try and hold them back.
They got silencer.
Connect. No, but he gets purged off straight away from Sam H, allowing 1437 to get out the global. Raven now looking for the chase down, focusing MP. Savage Roar will be there from the bear to send TNC back. That is the global down.
That's global down and lasso down. They still have ET Splitter, and so Secret actually should be in a bit of a better position to fight here.
There is still that Tinker threat, and already Cuckoo's starting to lay down the March of the Machines. Jumping forward as well, spamming out those rockets.
So they do have the gem now on the Bat Rider to make sure that they don't have to fight around that vision in the Roche pit.
What about this vision game? And still TNC not quite confident enough to get in and finish it off.
Mid one is set up down bottom. He sees Cuckoo for a second.
Can he catch him? That's the big catch. Ooh.
Oh, the tornado just misses.
Oh,
he loses vision.
Close. That would have been the
Sunstrike. He gets the cold snap.
Oh, he's done it. He's done it there with that. Can he finish off the kill?
He's got the deafening blast as well.
He should get this, surely.
The Spirit?
The Spirit's there as well.
The stop?
They've got him. That's the catch they were looking for. Getting that Tinker off the map, straight over to the Shrine now, as they'll head to contest TNC's attempt for Roshan. That's the perfect way to do it. Get that Tinker out of the game, and now you've got a much better chance of going for this Puppey. Indeed, lays down the ult. Sunstrike won't connect, but with the Tornado from mid one, they're forcing TNC away from the pit. Raven's ready to come back in, though. Still with the illusions, causing issues for Secret, forcing them back. And yeah, Cuckoo's buying back. Knows that he's required for this fight. They need to have him here to have the chance of holding Roche. The boat flies through, connects onto Invoker, allowing Samex to get in with the duel. And there's Cuckoo in his presence.
The Roche, are they gonna get it?
Who's gonna get it?
Kezu
gets the snatch. TNC will get the kill though. Can they bring down Kezu twice? They'll bring him down once. That's the Aegis gone. Diffusal Blade charge thrown down onto Yapzor. They'll chase him down up to the high ground. Kezu back in, trying to get them off his friend, but it's not gonna work. Cuckoo's just doing too much as he gets the triple with the burst damage that he's flying out. Kezu gets out, but as we saw there, you know, it's all about the Tinker and where he is in this game. Secret knew it. They take him out. They say we've got a chance. Cuckoo says, I know that I'm required. Buys back straight away. They lose the chance of grabbing the Aegis, but they get the Roshan kill. They send Team Secret back to the base. Definitely worth the buyback any day of the week.
And it's mid one that gets bursted down so heavily because he committed his BKB to get the kill bottom. So he didn't have BKB for the fight there. So he got X'd up and just completely comboed down from Kunkka and Tinker. So without the Invoker there in that it's like almost impossible for them to take the fight, even if they do take the Aegis, because every other spell isn't enough for them to take down this PL with the Heart. He's just far too tanky. They should be able to get a Rex here, I believe.
They get the tower at least.
But they're actually just going to play it safe. Okay. Shrines are available. And yeah, Lone Druid was respawning anyway. I didn't think Lone Druid had a bear though, so I thought they were going to keep going. He actually does not have a bear for 40 seconds. So maybe they just didn't want to take a risk anyway. Tinker had bought back, so taking Shrines is a safer maneuver.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, TNC, they have got the lead in this game at the moment. No real need to play it too crazily, as obviously with the PL and the the Tinker looking to be in good position for themselves. Yeah. They're scaling nicely. Cuckoo, despite the buyback, off the back of that great fight, picking up the triple kill, still on his way. World towards the Hex as his next pickup. The Raven actually going to be looking for the Blink after the Manta Style. So again, I mean, with the Blink and the Heart, the PL can be just so hard to deal with in these fights. They're zipping in and out.
Getting all the way into the back line instantly, that's going to be super useful for him. And yeah, the later and later it goes, like it's Tricard versus Tricard, and you can never count Invoker out though. So it's TNC's lineup does Invoker. Yeah, TNC's lineup, they scale super hard because sure they have like the Tinker, PL, and Legion Commander who scale super hard like all throughout because they get these heroes definitely get super strong toward the later stages, but it's also Silencer. He also does get a decent amount stronger. So we do have quite a game for us once it gets to later stages of just huge battles that can end up happening.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
We'll see what the plan is here from TNC. It looks to indeed just to be continuing to take these shrines off the map. Very little can be done by Secret due to this. Interesting purchase from MP. Picks up the hood now at this stage. Imagine to pass off to his bear. Yep, a bear indeed has at the moment. So Radiance and then the casual plate man into the hood. So doing everything he can to just try and keep this bear alive, I guess, amongst the spam of this Tinker.
So much magic damage coming out from them, so.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Certainly going to stint the offensive potential. The Lone Druid with this sort of a build. So we're 34 minutes in. It's not quite where MP would hope to be.
Definitely not.
In overall farm.
We have Cuckoo now, finishes up the Bloodstone. Level 19, so also with that Bloodstone he's able to actually get the level 3 rearm too, which is pretty painful in team fights, that 0.75 second rearm, just being able to spam those spells even faster. Also it's a level 20, so that 75 cast range, even though it's minimal, it's something.
I like that because he did have the Hex queued up, but yeah, Bloodstone, it's the more fun item because as you say, you just stick around in the fight for days. Once you get those stacks up, you rarely have to go back to base. Yeah,
when you go for the Hex, it's like a specific thing that you need a Hex for. It's like, oh, the reverse is an anti-mid, you don't have enough lockdown. The Bloodstone is more for just straight team fighting when when there's no specific kind of situation that calls for.
Because overall, they've got pretty good lockdown. They have the X-Mark Torrent, they've got a Global Silence, they have the catch from the Diffusal Blade PL, they've got the duel. So
they've got more than enough like team fighting control, and he can just.
They just need that Tinker in the fights as much as possible.
Yeah, have that mana to be able to spam everything that he can.
Go, Sam H. Ready to go quick with the blink out. Secret keep themselves safe. As he won't quite get the catch. I mean, mid one, pretty much playing mission catch Tinker at the moment.
Yeah, even picks up a blink dagger.
Yeah. He is just all about trying to make sure that he can punish Cuckoo if he slips up. We've only seen it happen the once so far, and mid one did need help to get the kill. He couldn't do it quite on his own. And yeah, TNC coming down knowing that mid one's going to be looking for that sort of play.
They seem to just be having better reads of the map overall than Secret by a bit this game. It also helps when, you know, you take all 6 towers early on, so you're kind of like, you have a good understanding of where the enemy team actually can play.
Who up on top? Time again, still feeling safe. No one up there to be able to catch him. One will of course look for the Octarine. Next item. Way to go on it though. A lot of his time has been spent looking to hunt down the Tinker, and that's, you know, keeping him behind the farm of both Cuckoo and Raven, who still sits at the very top on this PL. Very, very stacked game at the moment.
Yeah. Going for the butterfly next. It's going to be very hard to kill. Oh, they actually seem to find the Tinker.
There, it pays off eventually, as long as they can finish off the kill.
Yeah,
that's got the Radiance tick. And yeah, he's going to lose these charges. Will deny himself. But that's exactly what they feel they need to do. Just hunt down Cuckoo, catch him out. Same time mid lane, Raven, and 1437 will find Japsaw alone.
I mean, don't sleep on 1437 Silencer. I've seen this guy get a Rampage on a 5 Silencer before when he was like 6 slotted. Look at his net worth. He is now pulled ahead of the Legion Commander, full Hurricane Pike finished up. So he is transitioning very well.
And the Midas really coming into play now. Soon. TNC want to try and push without that Japsaw Elder Titan being in the game, ready to hold them back with the Stomp spam. See how much they can get through. There's 5 seconds and Tinker's going to be back as well to come and join the fray. One can certainly do a good job at holding them off with the tornadoes and the ice walls and such. The bear's around as well. Cuckoo now jumps in, starts to lay down the rockets, beginning to force Secret back. See just this rocket spam causing a huge amount of issues. Obviously works really nicely as well with the PL.
Yeah.
Having the illusions out, having that vision for the rockets to connect.
The blanket of the march over the racks too allows them to be able to siege decently. 2-man stomp.
Tornado follow-up. EMP will look for connection onto Silencer, but 1437's quick out with the Hurricane Pike. The bear in trouble, gets slowed down by the Diffusal Blade. The Shrine trying to keep it alive. The Spirit Lance bringing it down low. Can they save the bear? Looks like they can. They will get the bear back out to safety. Illusions though causing issues for Puppey as he's again forced away from the racks. Japsaw again trying to hold them back with the Stomp. TNC will back away.
Too much stall. They had outside vision as well, so they were always able to see where TNC was positioned. Secret did, that is. They placed one right outside their base to know how TNC was pushing. But just look at the wards coming up from Secret. You can see like they're like, we have to play this super defensively in this game, just because, you know, they don't have the map control. Just Shadow Blade on Kezu. He's kind of looking for something here. He does have the gem though.
Get out of it. Obviously finding the Tinker again. Even on his own, he can certainly play around and cause some issues.
They see him, though. They just caught a glimpse of him with that ward that they have on the high ground. Kezu's going to get a view of it, though, but they're starting reporting. Is he going to be able to get out?
Or can they catch him?
He should be able to get out.
They're bringing in Sam H. Sam H trying to close the gap, but yeah, Kezu's already too far away with the Firefly.
Done. Gets rid of that quick ward.
This time of space is allowing MP to catch back up with the Radiance, as the Maelstrom on the bear.
Yep, going for that Mjolnir.
Very close to having it done as well. 37 as we see, very close to that level 18 as well. A lot out of it. Raven, money for the Eagle Song, if he wants to start committing towards that butterfly. They're obviously in a game where KB is not going to be the item of choice on it.
No, I mean, Bear eventually.
Yes.
But yeah, the Invoker is just spell damage. Yeah. And we do have the Lotus Orb now finished up on Japsaw, who's been, you know, he's landed some nice, like, 3-man stunts, but overall, I would say, in comparison to his big, shiny performances, he's been relatively quiet. This will help him at least be able to use, you know, use the spells in the team fights through the global. And it's also, I mean, Lotus Orb versus Tinker can also be super obnoxious. You're always able to, like, reflect his spells back at him, the laser in particular. If he's able to get, you know, it depends on what Tinker goes for next. Probably the Dagon 5 or something along that line. But reflecting any of those spells can be super obnoxious.
It's certainly been impressive how well Cuckoo's been able to keep himself out of harm's way. We've seen only really been picked out twice.
Yeah.
You know, despite constantly, you know, mid one and Kezu, they're literally solely just hunting down this Tinker. with their Shadow Blades and their Ghost Walks. But Cuckoo somehow still able to for the majority keep himself a step ahead of them.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty damn good about doing that. And, you know, it doesn't have like you said, he does have to deal with one or two things, but it's not like it's like some Storm Spirit who can zip from across the map. It's an Invoker who's kind of like, you know, hunting you, and the Bat Rider has to be hunting you as well. It's much harder for them to really find him if he's playing him on the tree line.
Overall, the game's certainly slowing down. I mean, we're 41 minutes in, but it's still only 13-8. It's definitely feels to be like one of the slower games of the group stages so far.
Yeah.
Which I guess is kind of expected. You know, on one side you have this lone druid MP just focusing on farming, pushing the lanes out with the Radiant Spear, and on the other side Cuckoo doing the same thing with the Tinker and the Marching Machines, shoving the lanes out. Neither team really too interested in taking on a full 5v5. I mean, it's a little interesting that TNC have started slowing down how much they're doing with like the whole Legion silencer combo. We've not really seen them go for any sort of pickoffs.
No, not too much
anymore.
And nor the X Tinker plays, right?
I mean, we're 42 minutes in, and you know, Legion's only got 14 stolen damage. I mean, that's not to say Sam H is playing badly. As
yeah,
we have seen he's been hitting some great duels, but it has slowed down.
Yeah. No, okay, so we've got a DD top, and Roche is up. This could be where the next kind of engagement kind of happens. They throw the Sunstrike. Absolor's getting in position to start throwing the Spirits into the pit. TNC still doesn't bring it down quickly, even with the DD rune. Their heroes are not really natural Roche hitters.
They're pretty safe Roche hitters, obviously, with the heart. You know, Raven can duck and dive out of the pit, keep himself at max health.
They've got a war on the high ground. It's going to get killed right now by the bear, so TNC's vision does get limited a bit. Mid one trying to force bottom in the meantime while all this is happening. Get that tier 2. He's going to get that at least, so good trade coming out for Secret. Not even really trade, because the Roche isn't dead yet. He's just making the space and utilizing it.
They're bringing Cuckoo. Smoke picked up, ready to go.
They're trying to do the wrap around. Okay. They want to wrap around and get on top of that hill that they know that Secret was playing on for so long, but Secret seems to know something's up. Yep. It looks like started pinging around their bear, around the Lone Druid bear, so it looks like they kind of knew that the smoke was in that area.
I mean, both teams very good at avoiding each other, it seems. And we're actually going to see as well from MP. He's going to be going for the Ags build on the bear.
Yep.
Yeah, just step out that split potential.
Yeah, I mean, they have to deal with it somehow. They have to keep those lanes forced out to be able to take fights properly, so that's definitely one of the ways to do so. Invoker almost has the Octarine finished, though, about 1,000 gold till he has that, and that's going to make the team fights infinitely better for Secret. We've seen what happens when that happens. You know, we've seen the Miracle Invokers, we've seen the mid one Invokers, we've seen what they can do once they get that Octarine level 20, 21 plus.
There is that Hex now on Cuckoo, though.
So he did have it.
And mid one, I mean, he's obviously got the BKB, but he doesn't have anything like a Lincoln Sphere. So Cuckoo's quick. Mid one can certainly get caught out.
Yep. There's got to be some very good usages of the Lotus Orb. This is where,
yes.
So since she went the Hex, that's actually the best item that Lotus Orb is versed, because removing it, but it's also reflecting it back at him can actually just turn the fight instantly. A bit surprised to see Puppey not really build anything to kind of deal with the global silence. He went for the Aether Lens, Drum, Ghost Scepter, even a Glimmer Cape on top. No Lotus Orb, not even like a BKB or anything like that. Just these other type of items.
And there we have it, as you say. Octarine now finished.
Yep.
So now it could certainly start to turn into a bit of the mid one show. I mean, 40-37.
Oh, he looks very dead.
Up here. He just comes up the mid lane, and yeah, you ain't Hurricane Piking your way out of that one. Take him down.
Yeah, he was a bit out of position.
he kind of went down the lane whilst the rest of his team backed up. I think his team kind of looked at him and said, "What were you doing there?" We all went home.
You know, sometimes that happens. You know, you're the 5 and you're like the shot caller for your team. You're just like, you know, you're telling people to do stuff, and then you're like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Yeah.
Seems to be the case. It's down for 40 seconds. Roshan is still up. Doesn't look like Secret are going to try and do anything, though, in terms of taking Roche within that 40 seconds. I guess they themselves as well don't really have the quickest potential of bringing it down. They're pretty safe in terms of taking it because they have the bear, with the Lone Druid to tank it, but...
The Alacrity makes it a bit faster, but yeah, it's not crazy fast for sure.
I mean, to be fair, I guess in comparison, I mean, yeah, both teams probably could take it down at a similar pace, but yeah, neither pace being that rapid at all.
Yeah, there's no... as far as I've seen, I'm checking again. Yeah, no Solar Crest, no Medallion on either side. Nothing like that. Bit surprising too, like for the bear. Throwing a solo crest on the bear can be super good versus a PL and versus the Legion. They're looking for the bear kill.
Yeah, they are.
Not the real hero. But
they drag it in. They are going all in on the bear. Jump forward for Sam H.
Sam H is like, I want to duel it.
I'm going to actually get that bear done. At the same time, down bottom, a lot of split push pressure being put on by
The double catapults
Secret.
and the Alacrity catapult. Look at it, just chunk that tower down.
Yeah, they get the tier 3 and they get themselves out. Puppey with the TP away, Mid1 with the backup down the lane. He'll get himself away from it all. Cuckoo's being sent back to hold it off. Rest of TNC staying in the middle lane. We'll see if they can get any sort of trade. Obviously here, they've already taken down the tier 3. They're looking for the racks. Moving in, again, sending the illusions in onto the bear. They've got the torrent to hold it back. Draw, trolling Raven. Sending him away, and again, looks like TNC.
They get a radiant melee Rex with those double catapults.
Mid1's doing it. The pressure that this Invoker can put on, as you say with the Alacrity, he just clears the whole.
Alacrity catapult,
be allowed
dude.
to happen.
Alacrity catapult, it's like 300 damage per hit on buildings.
TNC are going to be disappointed heavily as Secret just outplay them there with that maneuver. And TNC, they're into the pit, but we've seen them mess around with Roshan and not finish it time and time again, and I think this may be another time at that, as Secret are there to contest it.
They're smoked up.
Maybe just, the pace of this game, one decision can really set the pace of this stage. And here we have the lead in. Torrent comes out, isn't going to connect. Sunstrike will be duped as Raven doppelgangers himself outside of the pit.
The Rosh is very low this time now. It's 1800 HP. This is an Aegis and Cheese as well. Mid1 continuing the split push, kind of trying to force some reaction over there. The Raven goes back in the pit with the DD.
It's very close to going down. Flame Break looking to knock Raven outside of the pit. It's not going to happen. Global Silence comes out trying to secure it. They won't get the snatch. Kezu tried to jump in to take it, but TNC will get Roshan, and they will get the Aegis in the hands of the PL.
It does suck for Secret that TNC does get that, but they got a melee Rex.
They got the full Rex. I mean, I think they're fine. They're happy with that. And we're seeing, as you say, just Mid1 can do so much with this split push pressure. Cuckoo really has to be on top of pushing these lanes out. He has to make sure that there's no chance for Secret to get in and do that again. Take a second set of racks, because even despite how fun the PL is, it's not really the best kind of lineup to push these stronger creeps back out.
Yeah.
If Secret do get ahead like this.
Might be a long one, Owen.
Could certainly be. Both teams really settling in for the long haul.
Yep.
Lone Druid versus PL.
Aghanim's finished up on the Lone Druid now too, so he can actually push lanes out a lot better. Mid lane looks like he's trying to get aggressive onto Theban here, but who's getting aggressive on who? That bear looks like it's pretty damn dead.
Yeah, with the hexes coming out from Cuckoo, they will claim the bear kill.
300.
Down. Really want to try and get a set of racks to sort of equalize the situation. As TNC back again in that mid lane. See, Secret have just made it so hard for TNC to get anything done with that lead that they've had. It's now started to turn around. Only a 3k lead now at this stage for TNC, which coming up to the 50-minute mark really is nothing at all.
Yeah, and Mid1 is just continuing the split push. Now he's even taking out Shrines with the Forge Spirit, so TNC is starting to feel like, okay, we have Aegis Cheese. We have to get something out of this Aegis Cheese because we lost that bottom Rex. So they're heavily committing now onto the high ground, going for this Rex.
Let's see if they can get it. Mid1, yeah, he's just continuing to split. He's working on that tier 2 at the top. As you say, the Shrine as well being taken down by him. And they just don't need Mid1 on defense. They're going to try and catch him. They're going to try and kill him. Can they find him here in the tree line? He pops the BKB, but there's the duel. They lock him down, catch him out, and they should indeed get the kill, and they do. That's Mid1 down for 80 seconds. Unfortunately, he now picks up the Lincoln Swift. Only he had that then. He would have been fine, but he's got it ready for next time.
He was so close to getting the... He had, like, I think, a little bit less than half a second on the Blink Dagger as well, but yeah, perfect by Sam H. And Sam H does get his second duel victory of the game.
Hey, there we go. Cuckoo, he's ready to play with YapzOr. Jumps forward. There will be the reflect there with the Lotus Orb, sending it back. YapzOr trying to duke it out with the Glimmer Cape. Has the Stomp revved up as well, but the second Hex is quick in again. They do get the catch. YapzOr nowhere to run, nowhere to hide as he gets brought back by the X Mark. They'll take him down. And this is a defense now where Secret is starting to heavily fall apart. Puppey gets forced back, but Cuckoo spam with the laser takes him down. Immediate buyback from Puppey and YapzOr as they look to hold this. Raven back onto the high ground, hasn't quite got the creeps there to remove the backdoor protection.
No,
still 35 seconds indeed without Mid1.
No.
We'll see how well they can hold here. Raven brought down to half health just as to back up, a heal up with the Heart of Tarask. He's back in. The full lineup of TNC forcing down this lane. It's such a slow siege on these racks as we've seen. These racks have been up for forever. Now jumping from Kezu, seeing if he could get lasso. Doesn't quite get the target. Raven with the illusion spam, keeping Secret at bay. Sleep comes out onto 3. They'll finally get the range tracks. Ult flying through there. Massive one from Yapso. Clips onto 3, bringing TNC down incredibly low. The Torrent holds back the Bear. The boat won't quite connect. The Bear being brought down low, but Raven, they can't finish off the melee rack. Somehow, amongst it all, they just don't have the damage for the structures, TNC. They do great at killing heroes, but when it comes to taking down buildings and barracks, it's just not in their forte. The melee wrecks stand, and Secret hold them off, despite being a period where mid one was down for a minute and a half.
Yeah, the double buybacks just coming in clutch there by Yapso and Puppey being able to hold that.
Oh, and this is the big catch. Kezu, he's found Cuckoo, drags him back into the clutches of mid one. Cuckoo will try and walk it off, but he's not getting anywhere.
Oh, he gets the bloodstone up though.
Get the deny though.
Oh, that was like, I think he was like 8 HP or 10 HP.
He's down for 50. He does have buyback, Cuckoo. We'll see if Secret can force it out. If they can force it out and take him down again, it could be the game. Still, you've just got to feel the frustration from TNC. Still unable to claim a melee racks.
Here comes the Alacrity Bear.
Here indeed is the push. Raven straight, looking for the Bear. Caught out by the Tornado. Yapso looking for the Stomp. Follow up. It's going to be juked out by the Doppelganger. Raven keeps himself fine, pushes the lane back out. The Secret do take the tier 2. Puppey with the Frostbite. Master Style to get himself out of there, Raven. She's Shadow Blade picked up by MP.
The full split.
TNC have Cuckoo back in 5 seconds. Now level 20, 120 GPM. He's going to be able to step up on some of these items. Indeed, as you mentioned, maybe expect to see a Lotus Orb again come out. They're going to be absolutely huge at this stage of the game. Lots of money on MP as well. It's got 5.4k gold in the bank.
Gets the BKB, so he can actually be able to siege. It's a DD Bear right now going toward the bottom lane. He's just trying to force the wave out as much as possible, while mid one pushes out top. With that BKB and Lincoln's, mid one is very hard to actually catch out now.
I mean, have they got any other ways of popping the Lincolns through the BKB? I don't think that's just the duel, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no other way to break it through.
If he gets that BKB
if
out
BKB's
first,
off, yep.
Yeah.
No way for them to get him. Until the Abyssal Blade comes out for the PL, which is the next item of choice.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he's close to having money, and I guess probably wanting to save for the buyback at this state.
Yeah.
I mean, Raven, of course, this whole game still yet to die. He's 8-0.
Yeah, he's 8-0.
Yeah.
I tell you, these guys put up the numbers every time. Put them in your fantasy. They always end up having great kill death assist ratios.
As he's starting to sweep back down along this bottom lane. Has to be careful here. Cuckoo close to spotting him there with the Shiva's Guard. Kezu, he's thinking about going in. He's got the Shadow Blade. We'll see if we can get some sort of a catch there.
They've got Gem on Tims. They actually spot him for a moment.
Already getting out of there. He realizes that he's in trouble. And he will force and blink himself back to safety. Himself out of the clutches of TNC.
Forcing reaction though. They know that like 3 or 4 heroes are bottom, so you see mid one continue up on top. The Spirit keeps forcing in mid. Yeah, so with the Stomp. Everybody seeming to get just a bit richer now as this goes down, but it's still been pretty much stuck for TNC lead. Yeah, not easy margin. Just a 5,000 gold lead.
It's just the way in at this stage in the late game. Secret just seem to be playing that little bit smarter in making TNC react to them. Secret haven't really had to do much recently in terms of reacting to that of TNC. It's just TNC being forced back by the split push pressure. And, you know, who would have thought it, but the mid one Invoker split push is seeming to be much more threatening than that of the Cuckoo Tinker at this stage.
Yeah, he can, well, Invoker can at least threaten the buildings.
That's true.
That Tinker can't threaten. When it's set up for top.
They need to try and catch this Invoker. But as we said, it's so hard to do so now.
They had to pass the gem off now to Sam H so he can go for those duels, because he went top and there was just an instant ghost walk and he's okay, well. So there's good for them to give that to him, and hopefully they'll be able to look and clean up those wards that Secret did just place with that moment of time that they had to get out of their base. They have 3 very aggressive wards placed up.
I mean, even then as well, you know, Sam H, even if he doesn't pop the BKB, he's not actually got any item to pop the Lincolns.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not got a halberd or anything as such.
He has to pretty much like be silver edged on top of where the Invoker's going to be, and then the Tinker walks up, breaks it, and then they get a duel off.
Yeah, instantly. Such a hard catch though. Top.
Definitely.
She's in the neighborhood. Mid one pushing out a bit. Got a bit of an adventure. See if he can find someone. He'll get eyes onto Tim's. We'll see if he gets tempted. It doesn't look like he will. He's playing it safe mid one. Doesn't want to unnecessarily reveal his position. Maybe if he's got a +1 he can. He's going to head up. Sam H moving around. Sam H, okay, bringing in the Tinker. As he bo2's upon it, but already mid one on the retreat. Quickly out of there.
Yeah.
And
so that's their
sure
plan then. With the bots 2, they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Bots 2, Silver Edge, or Shadowblade plays with the duel.
Hard to do though, of course, with this gem on KheZu.
Yeah, for certain. And during all this, it's also MP's just setting his bear down bottom and continuing the split push. So every time TNC does look to get aggressive, their waves start to heavily push in. And every 5 minutes, it's those double catapult waves.
Well, down bottom, here we have.
They
managed
hex,
to proc the Lincolns. There's the jump forward. Mid one in trouble with the control from Tim's and the duel. They'll get the kill. That's going to be mid one down.
That's godlike, and they're going to clean up the bear too.
Big catch from TNC. Exactly what they've been trying to do for the last 10 minutes or so, it feels. Just finding mid one, taking him down.
They've got the game plan.
Yeah.
That's their plan now. It's use the boots of travel on those Shadow Blades to get the pickoffs on the split pushers.
Yeah, taking down one of those big calls. Obviously forcing out the buyback would be the dream. Roshan is up, so TNC could just play it for that one. They're already sending the PL into the pit, so it looks like they are going to do it that way. And with no Invoker, yeah, Raven and 1437 could be able to take
their damage on the Rosh is getting better because 1437 is doing a chunk of damage now. It's like almost 250 pure damage per hit with those waves.
So Secret aren't going to be able to stop this.
He's not actually using, but...
He's not to be fair. 7. Right. There we go. Aegis and Cheese in the pockets. TNC. Let's see if they can finally get that melee racks. Coming up to the 1 hour mark. It's game 1 between Secret and TNC. Still definitely capable of going both ways, and oh, that's a catch. Jumps in, gets Yapsor. Yapsor, can he keep himself alive? Did get the Glimmer Cape off in time. Lotus Orb out upon himself, goes over the high ground, but the lasers and rockets fly through. Cuckoo takes the kill, and now ready to look for more. Goes Scepter on Puppey, isn't going to save him too much as the Diffuser Blade comes through from Raven. They take down the CM, and that's going to be 3 dead on Secret. They do not have buyback.
4 seconds.
Will get beaten down by MP. There's the buyback from Yap. Yap's back in, and yeah, you're back on. They can get Puppey back into the game if they feel the need to do so, and they will. They're buying back. They're looking to do their best to hold this. BKB's out on the side of TNC. 40-37, not enough to save him though as he gets taken down. They try and turn towards the Rex, but Raven's being down upon by the space, trying to man up. He's got Raven, gets caught out by the Yapsor. Split comes through. That's going to be the Aegis out and down. Can I kill him a second time? Cuckoo goes forward. Frostbite's there, and the slap there from Yapsor's Stapler punches through the head of the Tinker. He'll buy back Cuckoo, trying to get back and stuck with Raven as he gives him the second life from the Aegis. MP being fought back. Coming back. The opportunity, but Raven getting brought down, has the doppelganger trying to get his way out of it, but he gets nuked down by Puppey.
Oh, Cuckoo's in trouble.
And now Cuckoo's got caught out. This is looking to be a dieback on the Tinker. No way to save him. Cuckoo's down for 100 seconds. Raven, he's brought back as well. He's looking towards MP, but MP with the hood keeps himself safe up the high ground. The illusion's still bringing him down. It's not quite enough damage. Raven caught out by the Storm. Now will turn his attention towards Yapsor, but the AoE deafening blast from mid one forcing both Tims and Raven away. The tornado from the low ground. Mid one's found out Raven. This is a massive kill. If they can take Raven, this will be a dieback on Cuckoo and Raven. He's trying to get himself away. There's the doppelganger outside of the Frostbite and the root, but it's not going to pay off. He's down. There's double kill for mid one. This could be, I mean, it should be game with no Tinker for a minute, no Legion for 80 seconds, no PL for 2 minutes nearly.
Oh, what did they... Oh my god, they really wanted to force it so badly, but they didn't even kill the melee racks.
They didn't even kill the melee racks.
That was Aegis, that was Cheese, that was the double buyback. They super commit on it, and they still can't. Did Legion actually buy back too? Wait, Legion bought back too and came back into the fight. That was triple dieback.
And 1437 dead as well. Caught out by the lasso. He has got his buyback available. They are going straight for tier 4s. They're going straight for the GG secret, and they'll get it. GG is called as TNC tap out. And in a game where it just, you know, to the 1 hour mark, Secret just kept their composure that little bit better. As TNC, despite having a strong early game and a relatively strong mid game, they just didn't know how to close it up. As Secret just played the smarter moves.
Yeah, they played really well around their shrines. That's the things that ended up saving like 2 of them in that last following engagement. But over.
Stream 8 games. We've got Secret versus TNC Game 2. Of course, if you want to continue following LGD versus IGV, I believe was the game. It's over on Stream 2. And if you don't understand that, type MONKAS. Press enter in the Twitch chat and hold down Control and W to enjoy the most amazing things the world has to offer. But for now, it's myself and Fog. We're ready for this game. Let's go. What are we going to see? Are we going to see some difference? We got an Elder
We
type
already
back.
got changes.
Yeah.
Yo, Secret seems to be looking at Spat Rider as one of the best heroes in the tournament so far. They, in their series yesterday, and whenever they did not have first pick, when the other team had first pick, they banned out the Bat Rider every single time. No change up here. And now TNC making the adjustment. They feel like YapzOr's Elder Titan just caused them too much trouble and actually sieging and ending the game.
It's pretty good in the laning stage.
Yeah, he got
slowing it down.
Great stomps off overall. He got not really like crazy Earth Splitters. He did get a big one at the end, that 3-man Earth Splitter, but it was overall just that stall mechanic. He let his team just get back into the game, and it was super noxious. And now this hero actually gets through. This is one of the ones that has the highest win rates at this tournament so far, the Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, it's banned out so many times in the first phases. Yeah, as you say, pretty much every game that it's either picked or banned.
Yeah.
Getting it through TNC, they'll be happy with that one.
I personally really think this hero should only be really ran as a 4. I think there's some situations where you can run him as an offlaner. I just think that his skill set, it's the same as a support and as a core. Like when you're playing the 3 and you're playing support, your role is the same. Your Vendetta is used as like a scanning mechanic, and you're not really farming, so you get behind and behind, which you don't really want your offlaner to do so much. It's like the same kind of thing as a Clockwork. You know, you don't want to show on the map. So I personally like that hero as a 4. There are still situations where it can call for as an offlane. Secret respond with the Kunkka, also one of the heroes that... These two heroes actually they have the highest win rate at the tournament.
Oh really? They are the two high?
Yeah, let me check again just to confirm. So I checked it just before. Checked just before. With the of course the most pick rate.
Sure. Yeah, we're ignoring the one picked heroes, yeah, of course, yeah.
So yeah, 12 games on Nyx with an 83% and 11 games on Kunkka with an 80%.
It's pretty crazy.
So Earthshaker gets grabbed up. Just a very strong hero, but right away this is already telling what Secret's plan is a little bit, at least.
A little bit, because it could be KheZu, could be YapzOr.
Well, the Kunkka is YapzOr, right? And then the Earthshaker would be either KheZu or mid one. We have seen mid one play the mid Earthshaker as well, so that is the one kind of thing that could be different.
Does Puppey never play the Kunkka then?
I don't think that they've played it that often to say that we can say that he's never played it. As far
so
as I've seen,
yeah,
YapzOr plays the Kunkka.
Okay.
Yeah.
More than likely KheZu Shaker. Yep.
TNC gets themselves Rubik Nyx. Well, Nyx we already talked about, but the Rubik is super good to steal both of these spells and just to kind of mess up with the combo too. I mean, Kunkka and Earthshaker have some of the best spells that you can steal, be the Fissure or any of Kunkka's spells.
Yeah, it's like you can't cover
anything
up
is
giving
amazing.
away a spell, yeah, because everything's great.
I mean, of course, the boat is the best one,
sure.
But X can have its situations where it can be even better if you have the proper lineup that works with it.
TNC's turn to
targeting the Jug ban, a hero that we've seen too much of. This guy's got for a couple of games, but definitely not the a pick that's normally sought after.
Yeah, I mean, just great versus Kunkka and Shaker.
True. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm getting trap. The Drow actually going. Team Secret. I guess one that TNC have run in the past. They do like their Drow strats.
Wow, they even still ban the Invoker too. That mid one had such a presence and such an impact in that last game.
You're right
Makes
to be a bit
sense.
surprised because it's like they have a Nyx Assassin, one of the best heroes against the Invoker. But it's just
charge
of the game, but
the power, just what mid one actually caused in that game. Like the few pickoffs he got on the Tinker, getting a free melee racks or free racks in the bottom lane, and then just his team fight prowess was too high. So it's understandable to ban the Invoker. That hero just gets so absurd in late stages.
We'll see where Team Secret go now with their pick. You say we're expecting this to be the support offlane open burst too. Secret, do they want to reveal one of their cores? Risking obviously getting it banned out or taken away from them by TNC. No, they are going to pick the IO. So there we have it.
Okay, so now
we haven't seen much IO, have we?
It's been versus the teams that play it consistently. It's banned heavily.
Yes.
I know GH. I was just looking.
That gets banned.
GH got it one game apparently.
Oh,
just
did get
now,
it free?
and he absolutely destroyed the whole game. So I think if you have a player who's a specialist on the IO, this hero can honestly just take over the whole game. Because his movements are natural, the bounty runes make it just so much easier for you to get your bottle fill-ups. You can have a crazy impact. That being said, though, I have not seen Secret play it too much. I've seen Yapsor play it, I think, once or twice.
I mean, at least you imagine Puppey will play the IO, Yapsor will play the Kunkka, would you?
I don't know now, actually.
The other way around.
That's the thing, is now I'm not really too certain.
Yeah.
Now they at least they have this, you know, they can X the IO, so if they do the relocates to save people, they can X the IO and save him as well. So that's a cool kind of combo they can throw out there with that we've seen people do in the past.
Yeah.
And they have the global setup. They have the Earthshaker Kunkka to set up for relocates. Could be pretty interesting. Wonder what they're going to pair with it now.
I mean, there's definitely ways. I mean, again, obviously Nyx Assassin just being strong across the board. There's a lot you can do again as a Nyx to punish the IO, isn't it? You can hunt it down on the back with the Vendetta and cause issues for him flying around with the, you know, once the balls are out, he's got to be careful about that Spike Carapace.
Yeah. Maybe Secret goes for something like a CK. I think that could be really strong in this game, actually. Pairs really well with the IO, good versus Nyx and Rubik. They don't really have damage to deal with the Phantasm at later stages. I mean, it's only 2 heroes, so yeah, we'll be able to find out what else TNC has planned. But it looks like it could be a pretty good idea for Secret. And I know MP does like this, the Chaos Knight. He has his very intricate heroes that he likes specifically.
TNC really going into their reserve time here. Down to the last 20 seconds of it.
Yeah.
There we go. Finally comes out, and it's actually going to be the Timbersaw. Very nice, of course. There's 3 strength heroes. That is also a hero that IO really does struggle to deal with.
Yeah.
So I think that's a perfect pick from TNC.
Yeah, if you can like lane the Timber versus, let's say, I mean, a CKIO or something like that, the Timber can do super well. That being said, though, there is a good amount of magic burst already coming out from Team Secret within the first 3 heroes.
And they have got control with the X Mark, which is very nice in that sense as well. But where do they go from here?
And it is a 3rd pick Timber, so you reveal that Timber, and this allows the big counter picks to come out, like the Ursa, which is
this is someone that can bully the Timber out the lane.
The best hero versus Timber, so like pretty much in the game.
Yeah.
Not only just in the laning phase, but later stages as well. I guess later stages you can get kited a bit, but ideally you want to be matched up versus the Timber, and you're going to be playing very far ahead as an Ursa in comparison to that Timber. So.
And your team's got that control to kind of make sure that you don't get kited too much.
Precisely.
They can lock down that Timber and allow the Ursa to beat into him. So.
And it's also a super good hero versus Nyx and Rubik. Rubik does not get any good spells to steal from Ursa whatsoever. Enrage is okay, I guess, to save yourself, but everything else is kind of moot. And Nyx Assassin can suffer as well. Like if it's a Nyx off lane, they can be pressured.
There's your favorite.
Yes!
The Pugna comes
I get to cast the Pugna. Oh,
so this hero, picked 6 times right so far? We believe in it. Lost 1 game.
It's been picked, I think, maybe more now.
Maybe more.
Let me refresh and just make sure. So let's just find the Pugna. Pugna is 6 with 1 Wasp. Yes. So 83% win rate.
So what's the pro? So obviously this is a hero that this kind of good against the Ursa. Well, the Decrep's very annoying. Forces the Ursa to have to build that diffusal.
Yes.
Where are we going to see it lane? So we're expecting this to be a mid Pugna off lane Timbersaw. Would you say?
Oh, actually, we don't really
know. Where are we putting this? You know what I mean? TNC.
That is the problem. They do have some lane issues. I think it's more than likely the mid Pugna because how speedy he is. He's not really susceptible. But if he gets caught by like any kind of stun, and they can just kind of run him down, especially with like a tethered Ursa, if that is the case. Nothing really crazy specific that the Pugna's amazing versus either. Like I mean, versus the Ursa, yes, but versus the other 3, it's like they're okay. It's the Nether Ward is obnoxious, but it's not like these aren't 3 big. There's no int heroes.
No,
like,
no one's going to be
ideally, you want to be. Like the Pugna
spells.
versus Int with the Nether Ward is the superpower, but yeah, Decrep is great versus Ursa.
Yeah.
And they at least have a building hitter, which Timbersaw and Nyx, you're already like, uh-oh, we have no objective taking, we need somebody to be able to do that, so the Pugna can kind of solve that issue a little.
And the Decrep's obviously super nice for the Timber. You're making it easier to hit his spells, the boost on the damage, you're just going to allow the Timber to go even more ham in these fights. So
most of his are pure damage, but yeah, when you get like the shock,
you get
the Whirling
magic, isn't it?
No, the Chakram's pure. It's if you get the Whirling Death Knot near trees. It's magic.
Sand King actually going to be banned out, so Secret are looking at this and they're expecting the Timber Pugna to be the safe lane in the mid, respectively, with respect to that Sand King ban. TNC themselves banning out the TA. So indeed, expecting MP to be taking the Ursa to the safe lane rather than mid one taking it mid, then IO back up. I mean, definitely something that they could switch up if they want to sort of get some sort of a matchup Secret. They could take the Ursa IO into the mid lane.
I think so. It does seem like it's going to be the Pugna mid, since with that ban, that kind of indicates that.
Okay. So
but then that makes it so it's Timber Sauce.
Timbersaw.
Yeah, they can still change it up because we don't know where Nyx is.
Yeah, and they could do like an aggro try.
Oh my goodness.
Naga final
Siren.
pick. Oh. Okay, so it definitely feels... I don't think I've seen a draft like this before. TNC with this sort of high action, Timbersaw, Pugna, and then bam. So Naga Siren put in at the end.
So Timber offlane?
It must be.
Are they running like an aggro?
They maybe could run an aggro, Pugna, Rubik, Nyx Assassin.
I think that might be the case. I think that might be what they're doing.
Okay.
I'm not too certain.
They could always put the Naga mid, depending on what secret pick here. So a lot of flexibility in the lanes from TNC.
Yeah, they're playing versus Kunkka Io. These two heroes don't really have great damage dealing in the laning phase, so maybe they do try to contest the lane, but okay, they go for the last pick Shadow Fiend for Mr. Mid One there.
So, knowing that the Shadow Fiend is definitely going to be the mid lane, if you're TNC, who are you going to put against it? It's going to be the Pugna.
Yeah,
so
Pugna.
This is a lane that the Pugna does pretty well in? You can bully the SF out?
So I would imagine this would be aggressive tri-lane, right? And you put the Timber in a 1v1 versus Shaker? It's the thing is that they're double melee too. Their tri-lane's not crazy strong either, but that at least gets Timber not to get like shut down. Or maybe they just accept the fact that Timber's going to be shut down a bit. But then it's you're putting Timber versus the Ursa. Huh. I don't think that they want to have Timber versus Ursa.
I know, I see what you mean. Yeah, you want the Timber versus Kezu.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I think the aggro tri-lane from TNC is what they want to have happen.
But I guess the question is secret dodge it.
Yeah, that's
Secret
the thing.
Themselves could try and move over.
They want to have the Timber matchup versus the Earthshaker somehow, just in some type of matchup. We don't know where the lane will be, but we'll see how they end up like dodging each other and how it'll end up. TP warding will be pretty important in this start of the game, so they can at least see where the lane matchups are. So we'll probably see Rubik, we'll probably see 1437 TP out, or Tim's TP out and get a ward out, so they can at least watch that movement of where that tri-lane's going to be positioned.
Yeah. The mid-bomb final pick, the Shadow Fiend certainly can kind of work both ways with the Pugna, can't it? Certainly that Decrep, you can't use it defensively because the magical damage that mid-bomb can offer through it is still incredibly sizable.
You can bully pretty hard as a Pugna versus Shadow Fiend because you have just much higher base damage. You have, I mean, your animation, he has raises. It's like the first few levels Pugna can do really well, but then once Shadow Fiend is able to just like shove the lane out,
he's always going to catch up.
He's always going to catch up, exactly.
Yeah. Turn to the jungle. Issues there as well. And of course, who is going to be playing on the Io?
Io, and he's got the set too.
He's got the arc.
I'm honestly just gonna click on Cuckoo and just no one else. So all you own. I'm just watching Pugnas.
You're watching the Pugna.
Pugna for days.
See what he does.
I love hero.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A big warm welcome to you all as you tune in and get ready to sit down for Game 2 with myself and Fog. Secret versus TNC. Let's see what the lanes end up being. Who's going to find that favourable matchup? That really is the question. At the moment, Kezu is heading up to the top lane on the Shaker. And yes, I think TNC are reading that they have got the Timber heading that way.
Yep.
So they are looking to indeed get that matchup. The question is if Secret switch it up and do want to try and avoid having this very unfavorable Shaker versus Timber lane.
The indicator that we just like we were saying, this is exactly what TNC is thinking. Sam H starts with the TP scroll. So it's like I have to be matched up versus Earthshaker, or I'm like my game is.
Because look at this, Secret literally they see it
moving.
and they say we have to not let this matchup happen. But did you with that? So he's got the TP, so he's going to move.
He's going to move no matter what happens.
It's going to be a question of who stops, playing the musical lanes first.
Yeah, pretty much. They go for the smoke even now. They're trying to get aggressive level 1. Since it is just Shadow Fiend level 1, it is relatively weak. He doesn't really have anything to give to the table.
I mean, it's guaranteed.
Earthshaker's moving away too. If Kezu's not there. Uh-oh. Mid one.
That's a perfect start if they grab this.
Goodbye, mid one.
And they'll get it. Cuckoo leads in. They've got the telekinesis. Dragging back into the stun. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be your first blood here for TNC as well. Cuckoo won't quite get it. Uphill denying it. Raven says, I'll take it. First blood for the Naga Siren as the rotation successful. And now we'll see how they react to this. Already, look, the Timber, he's saving the TP by the looks of it. He's just walking down to bottom lane.
Way down.
Realizes that the aggro tries there. Nice juke from Puppey. Just manages to dodge the stun with that tether back up to the high ground to mid one. So the lanes we're getting. Puppey at the moment, hanging around with mid one. Timbers, he's not even going to miss out too much by the looks of it. I think he may miss out a creep or so as he's not quite yet down on the bottom lane.
Mid one skilled raise is level 1 too.
He's doing quite good in terms of forcing back Cuckoo with the damage that he's thrown out.
Yeah, I mean, Puppey's just right. They have the Obs Ward on the high ground, so Puppey's literally just right-clicking every time he walks up. And with that Fairy Fire, and, Pugna's not really a high armor hero, only 2. Gets bullied quite heavily from that. So this is where Shadow Fiend, of course, can do super, super well. I mean, he's got IO backing him up. So we'll be able to watch how Puppey maximizes with this, make sure he's always stacking. That's the one big thing when you're doing these IO dual lanes with Shadow Fiend. Gotta go stack those double camps. And they didn't actually cut the trees for him to be able to do so. Top lane, MP, he's isolated up here. Are they going to be able to close the distance on him, though? It does seem like they should be able to.
I mean, he's been left alone. He's all on his own here, this lonely bear. That's going to be another kill for TNC. They take him down. Meanwhile, mid lane Secret are trying to get something done in return, as they did bring over Yapso, but they didn't quite get the grab on Cuckoo. I think he salves up.
Shaker top. Yeah, he's going to buy TP right now, I'm pretty sure.
They're switching the lanes up.
Yep. Polarity's up, TP stop. Should be able to get a decent amount of experience anyway, and now they've got the matchup they want. But Sam H does have a TP if he wants to make the way up.
Is he going to do it? Is Sam H going to stick down here? He's got the level 2. He's saved onto that second point. So
that's, yeah.
He's already got like that level ahead, so he can kind of play around with MP a little bit better.
Nope, they're switching it. Raven points down.
Oh, he's going.
Yep, and Rubik too. This is just as expected. You know, you can't have those matchups. It's impossible to deal with. Level advantage does help a bit, but...
Sam H into the tree line.
And now Kezu gets a free lane during all that too, though. He's like, oh, cool, 11 last hits, thank you. As soon as he gets up there.
Look at this at bottom lane. Sam H is sticking around a little bit. They want to try and make a go onto MP. They drag him back. MP trying to move back as he slows them down, but there's the route. Raven skills it for the kill, and they'll get it. MP taken down. Maybe expecting that Sam H had already TP'd out, now he'll TP away. I mean, getting involved in a kill onto MP, that makes it even sweeter for TNC.
They're just leaving MP alone. Either the IO or the Kunkka are playing around him at all.
Yapso, Puppy, question mark.
And now MP's making his way toward top. MP's like, okay, well, all right. Can't go bottom.
MP. Left alone.
I think now they should definitely be playing around the Ursa. I think probably maybe they should have done a little bit sooner, but they tried to make the rotation to try to kill the Pugna and punish to get mid one online.
Kezu has got that TP, so could head back down to the bottom lane, and indeed he does. He says, all right, we'll switch lanes again, straight down bottom. He's ready to match up at what seems to be at the moment a 14:37 solo lane on the Rubik. Raven heads to the side cam. He's making the use of the jungle, so TNC trying to be maximum with their efficiency. Up top, Secret trying to get close in onto Dims. Dims playing around with both MP and Yapso. And Sam H able to get some good creeps farmed under the tower here as the wave pushes in. The mid lane matchup, though, of course, being the one that Secret is certainly seeming to put a lot of eggs on this mid lane, and it is paying off because mid one is getting a very strong lead here.
Yeah, I still wouldn't. Yeah, I mean it's great to have mid one like super leading and everything, but I still wouldn't want to sack an Ursa for that reason because Ursa's an early game hero. You don't really want him to be behind. You want him to have good start so he can just kind of snowball and give your other hero space. And they've made that adjustment. So Cuckoo now aggressive. They're trying to get on him, but with those boots, 380 movement speed.
Little fisher play there from Kezu, making sure that the large camp couldn't be dragged into lane.
Nice.
To keep control of this wave underneath his tower, get as much as he can, despite not finding the...
It's nighttime, the classic TNC smoke move. They did the same thing last game. They've actually done, I think, in almost all of their games that I was looking at. Yeah. It's usually between the 4 and 6 minute mark they make that first smoke rotation.
Good time to go as well, because they've both got the level 3. Yeah. So they've got a lot of potential between the two of them. Puppy can, of course, tether back to safety. And yeah, this is going to make it a lot harder for TNC to get away with this play. 14:37 still under the cover of it.
Block the camp, get vision of when the Shadow Fiend does farm it as well.
Maybe they can still get back in. Yapso's there though in reaction. Secret are prepared for this sort of play. See if they can hold back. At the moment, mid one's very deep, high up on the other side. Yapso blocking the route that TNC want to take, and they'll have to make it around this Kunkka if they want to go for anything. And, well, they'll try and go for a bit of harassment onto him. They'll bring him down to half health. Yapso, though, still feeling confident. X marks 14:37, back in place. Mid one, maybe seeing if he could get in to try and do something in return. Has got the buff up from Puppy as Puppy tethers across. At the end of the day, we'll just force TNC back, and TNC don't find anything successful with the rotation as Secret are prepared.
They're still not really helping MP at all, and it's not like he's falling behind. He's starting to get his farm up, but the thing is that level discrepancy that we were talking about is that Timbersaw is going to hit level 6 before Ursa hits level 6 by a good margin. She's actually might hit 6 before level 5, so he's going to be able to go for even like a kill onto the Ursa if that's the case. Mid lane.
They do get away with the kill. Yeah, they get
the X-Torrent, and he's able to get the double raise at least.
37 still hanging around in the neighborhood on the high ground, but a lot you can do without Pugna alive. Because Assassin trying to soak up some levels from the middle lane without putting his own life in danger. Timber has the arcane boots. He's going to be able to rule that lane just a little bit easier now.
He can definitely start bullying MP. I mean, with the level 2 Timber Chain, he's getting closer and closer to 6. Definitely starting to feel a bit fearful for MP up here. He does have the salve at least. But yeah, SamH about to hit 6, and we might even see a rotation from TNC around that level 6 to kill the Ursa.
Secret backing up, shining up. Tims. Close proximity to this top lane. Has arcane boots as well, so himself a lot of potential, rotating around and spamming out the stuns to see what he can get stuck into. 6.5 minutes in, 3-1 for TNC. Overall farm slightly favouring Secret, still very close of course, less than a 1,000 gold lead.
It's nice how much they have their Shaker farming for Secret. That's the one really big gain that they have, like, out of everything. It's like, okay, Ursa might be a little bit shut down on his farm because of the rotations and because of his 2 deaths and being left alone, but Kezu, who would be a sacked Earth Shaker, is absolutely free farming.
Up top though, MP could be in trouble. 40-37 trying to close the gap there. Can't quite get the range for the telekinesis though.
They really wanted to make the play with, with the chakram with the 6.
They had got that grab, it almost certainly would have been a kill. Mid lane, Secret still being allowed to keep the pressure on. Cuckoo is going to get caught out by the torrent, closing in.
Oh, the raise off the mark though.
Not enough, and now Cuckoo turns around with the grab and able to pop down Puppey.
Oh no, what happened? I think he got like turned. He turned and he slightly missed the raise by a bit, but yeah, Cuckoo ends up surviving. And Puppey pays with his life. Big mistake there coming out from Secret. And now the shrine is up.
He's still with this lead in terms of kills. Their rotations just being that slightly better.
Tim's trying to make a setup here on bottom. Kezu's fairly tanky with 900 HP though, but they're trying to make the aggressive play anyway.
Yeah, and we're seeing this early point en route certainly allowed to set up some of this harassment. Kezu does have Echo Slam, and I think TNC realized they start to split up. Now with the X marks onto Tims, looks like the turnaround could be there. Gets dragged back into the torrent. Kezu moving into position, waits out the spike carapace very nicely to then follow through with the Fissure. Tims, he's still playing around with it. You know, it's an Nyx assassin, he's fairly tanky. Nice turnaround, gets the 2-man stun. And Tims, he's certainly making them work for it. There'll be another torrent and an X marks up from Yapzor, so he should have a chance of grabbing this one. And there, once again, is the setup. And they should get the kill with the enchant totem slap. They do bring him down eventually.
Not the kill that they wanted on. Puppey might actually get picked up by 1437. Here he is.
Easiest kill of his life.
Wow. And the thing is that they wanted to be able to get the Naga there with that type of rotation and with the bait that Kezu was setting up, but unable to do so because of them dancing around. And during that, the 2 members from TNC, the Pugna and the Rubik, actually come in and steal mid 1 stack while he's trying to do it.
Oh, that's tasty.
That's a little bit painful for Secret.
But now, bullied a little bit more out the lane. Have the 2 nulls on Cuckoo and the arcane boots. Can keep that blast constantly being spammed down anytime forward. Pete, catching up a little bit on that top lane. Still at the bottom of sort of the core's value at the moment, but
he got his 6, so he's at least got that enrage, and he's much safer with the phase boots too.
Rotation once again from TNC as they smoke up. Looking towards the mid lane.
Well, mid one's pretty far up right now. He's got a lot of stick charges.
No Puppey in the neighborhood. Only Yapzor there to back him up.
They know something's up. They're like, Rubik's farming mid. We're getting wrapped on.
It looks like TNC no chance of catching them out. Yeah. Secret just being that little more aware now. TNC will continue to move over. Mid one is at the Ancients. Maybe they can find something there. Top lane SamH fell very low as MP tried to make a play with the Enrage. Lead the Timber right back. Has to be a little careful. Does have to get himself back out of there, and he's going to go past the shrine as such.
Tim's caught. They caught Eye of Tim's there, and I think they actually saw him place the ward too. Puppey started pinging it.
Still rather deep.
Mid lane tower. They're starting to do the pressure with the Pugna with the Nether Blast, but the rotations from Secret.
Yeah, Secret want to try and catch something here. Tims goes for the stun. Isn't going to quite have the range for Puppey, so Puppey will be fine.
They've got the X on Cuckoo.
Yep, looking to set up onto the Pugna, brings him back, only drops the 1 raise down. Now with the telekinesis, TNC dragging the Shadow Fiend back, and well, in fact with the ultimate from Cuckoo, he may just bring this one down, and he does. The Fissure not coming out quite in time as Kezu tried to cancel the channeling to save mid 1. But TNC get the kill. They may even get more now as well as Cuckoo moves forward, sets up with the Decrepify into 1437's Fade Bolt. And TNC, at the end of it all, do get the 2 kills out of the mid lane that they were hunting for.
God, I love Pugna. The power that you have to be able to turn around like that is, if they don't have a lockdown, you have to just really be careful because life drain is no joke. It's 150 drain per second. Plus, you have to always remember the Decrepify boost. Look at this. Yapzor is just straight dead after one Decrep blast drain.
Underestimating the power of the Pugna.
Yeah.
Seems to be the problem.
Cuckoo also underestimating the power of double raise.
Yes. Mid one does get the cleanup. Tims is in the neighborhood though. Sneaking around, has hit level 6, has Vendetta. Mid one's fairly low. Has to be careful with how he places himself. Tims could get the rep around behind him. I think mid one's aware. He's going back.
They've focused a lot of attention on this mid lane. They've been drawing everything kind of away from Raven, who is... It's 11 minutes. He's got Arcane Boots and 2,600 gold. Just claimed himself a free tower. This is like the off-lane kind of Naga Siren as well. Well, not really if you go.
Tims, is he going to maybe to play around with Puppey? No, he's just going to TP out.
How are the supports levels doing? Let's take a look. We have 4 on Wisp, 5 on Kunkka, and 6 and 7 on the support of TNC.
It's slow
and Yapzor just dies to the blast, the combo
That's
again.
the second time he's done it, isn't it? Cuckoo's just taken him down twice in these plays in the middle lane.
Yeah, I mean, 1437 there was there that time to at least get the. I think he actually did. He get the maybe got the X on him, but I think
no.
He got the
We just saw that.
Was it just the blast drain?
Oh wait, no, sorry. It was what Rubik has the X himself. Yeah,
yeah, he has the X himself.
Stolen the X.
Yeah. I was like, no way, he just walked up and got blast drained again. I mean, it's a possibility. You can't underestimate how much damage it really does. And look, Cuckoo's not done.
Oh, is he good?
He's like, oh.
I mean, there's a sentry down. Puppey should be aware.
They know he's there.
Puppey has to be careful how close he comes. Cuckoo right on the edge of that sentry.
Sam H
It looks like he's maybe not spotted it yet. Yeah, Cuckoo and Sam H looking to close the gap. There's the Decrep to set it up. Nowhere for him to tether to. And bam, Puppey is gone. Cuckoo picks up another. Tims, eyes onto mid one. He's keeping eyes on this mid lane. There's going to be the setup as they go forward onto 1437. Tims, though, with a beautiful stun. Holds back the two of them. Saves 1437's life. Tims actually going to survive as well as the Fisher does not work out. Puppey, he's the only one there, but he'll be held back by the Spike Carapace as Tims can walk it off. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, guess who's back? It's Cuckoo with the life drain, making a go on it, bringing him down, but no, the Echo Slam. Just in time from Kezu. Stopping the Pugna from bringing... If that Echo hadn't come out, I don't think the cast animations would have been quick enough to save that Shadow Fiend.
I got scared because he like walked all the way up instead of just throwing the Fissure to stop the life drain. Good thing was that Puppey was there to heal up mid one. He had 9 stick charges too, but he didn't use them. Mid one almost dropped. But with that Dragon Lance picked up, he's quite tanky. Bottom lane.
Raven's got to be a bit careful here. P coming forward. Did have the backup of Kezu.
The Tricores on TNC are farming very well, though. Timbersaw leading the charge, but
Raven is close behind, about to be picking up that relic.
Yeah, he's nearly got it. Very close indeed. Very, very nice start for Raven indeed. You know, pretty much perfect CS, 90 CS at the moment. Mid lane again. Cuckoo and 1437. Can they finish it off? They nearly get it. One more to go. They do. These guys are playing so well with the Pugna. I mean, we're seeing they normally, you talk about the Rubik, not really a hero that offers much damage in these rotations, but you pair him up with the Pugna, and that Fate Bolt, it certainly hits home.
Yeah, it's no joke. And especially if he can steal like a raise, which he does have, the long range raise, that's so much burst damage coming out during the Decrepify. Mid tower, gonna get blasted down with the next Nether Blast.
They've got the blink on Kezu though. There we go. As you say, the tower taken down. They will connect the boat. Kezu being brought in by Puppey with the relocate, but the song comes out. Cuckoo decrypts himself, looking for the walk-off, and he's going to make it. Thanks to Raven turning up just in time, making sure that Kezu couldn't go for the further chain stun. They'll save the Pugna. And that's the gold as well done. Raven has the money for the relic.
Yeah.
He can head off, pick it up. Pugna, very close to the Aghanims.
Sam H has Bloodstone as well. They've hit all 3 corner timings at the exact same time, pretty much. Well, not the Radiance, but at least they've got the relic.
Yeah, they need about both the Pugna and the Naga about 1,000 away from those items. So a couple more minutes, and then they'll have those key items when they'll be ready to go. The question is if Secret are going to be ready for them. Big plays from Kezu certainly could flag a big yes. If he hits those blink echoes, it can certainly make all the difference here. And they're going to try and do something with it now.
Oh, Dire Scan. I think Tim's ward actually did catch it.
They're pretty sure they maybe caught one of the heroes on the side of it, yeah.
They throw the scan, they even drew the line that it looks like Secret's going for that rush, which they are. And there's a Timbersaw already in the area. Not going to allow Secret to do this. They need to get the pick off. They might be able to.
They might be able to jump onto Sam. Sam's kind of on his own here. Chains backward, throws the chakram out to MP, who's pretty low. Kezu jumping forward, will find the control. There's the bring back with the X mark. They drop again, but then just in time, the stun comes out from Tims. Echo, is it enough to bring down Sam H? The Glimmer Cape saves him, and now the turnaround from TNC. They take down the Ursa. Can they get anything more? Cuckoo's going to be held back by the X mark. Secret blinking themselves out of there.
That was so clutch by 1437.
Oh, and Tims is not done yet either. Comes in with another stun, catches out Yapzor. And TNC find another, and Sam H, straight off the back of that Bloodstone, is up to 14 charges.
And during that, that's time that they spend going
look at this replay again, Fob. Perfect stun, and as you say, 1437, perfect Glimmer Cape.
It looked like Kezu didn't want to have to expend the Echo Slam to try to go for that kill. They were just a little bit reluctant on it, and they end up surviving with it because of that Glimmer Cape, because Theban comes in with a clutch timing, and they're able to clean up MP and a couple extra kills.
Beautiful team play from TNC, and straight away they're down the mid lane. They're looking for more, seeing if they can get something stuck in here. Can they get the jump? There we have Decrepify, but the relocate just in time from Puppey. Will buy time for mid one to come back into this refuel. TNC will back up.
During all that time, though, like I was saying, that was time while Raven's just free farming, so Radiance is finished.
He's got it.
So, Secret trying to make that aggressive play on the Timbersaw is definitely going to bite them in the butt quite a bit.
Tim's eyes on Kezu. Kezu. Entirely watched by Tim's. I wonder if they can go for anything. They are bringing 1437 across, but still rather deep.
Tims is on the high ground with Kezu.
He's going to go for it here. Opening up now that 1437 can close the gap. And I tell you what, the timing there was absolutely perfect. He'll throw back down a Fisher. In fact, 1437 with the stolen Fisher, he's kind of blocked Tims in. Tims is like, no, not like this. And Tims, he will get taken down. 1437 in trouble as well as MP will chase him. They've got the X mark onto Cuckoo. Secret this time, looking for the cleanup. They have the Requiem, but Cuckoo's going to be saved. The song comes out. Raven buying time for Cuckoo to get out of there. And Sam H, he wants to fight, comes into the midst of it all with the Chakram. Bursts down Puppey. MP will be able to blink down and chase down Cuckoo to finish the kill at the end of the day, despite Raven's best efforts to save. So Secret will get the favorable trade there. They do take down 3, securing that Pugna at the end, down to the fact that MP does have that blink on the Ursa.
Yep. MP getting himself into a good stride. Mid one as well. Getting closer and closer to that BKB, which will make it much easier for him to fight versus that heavy magic damage.
Oh, MP though, he's come for this rune, and Tims was there ready and waiting, ready to punish. MP is going to try and run himself
out. He's got Enrage as well.
Won't quite get the root. Yes, they do. They still get it, but there we have it indeed. Pops it off with the ultimate. And now with the Shrine there, this is hard for TNC to fight around. Tims, he's sticking around maybe a little too long. Turns around with the stun to hold back MP, but the Urn of Shadows ticking him down. He'll have Spike characters back up in a few seconds, but it's not going to be soon enough as MP jumps forward, claims the next assassin's life as well.
Oh, you see what MP's going for?
He's going for a Midas.
He's got it actually finished. Okay, so he doesn't fall behind since he's playing versus a Naga lineup. He wants to always be relevant in the game. I don't even mind this at all when he's playing around with the Shadow Fiend. It's a bit late, of course, it's 18 minutes. But, I mean, he wants to be able to stay an actual driving force if he's going to be the one that's running around ganking. It's, you know, it's a Shadow Fiend lineup. The Shadow Fiend is your true core.
Mid one. Mulling down, there's 2-1 in the mid. 1437 trying to set up with the Glimmer Cape.
Gets X'd
to get the steal on the X.
He steals his own, though.
He's going to self-X himself. Oh, he didn't quite get the timing right. Will get caught out by the Torrent. But look at this. Cuckoo giving him his life force, saving him there with the life drain, making sure the Secret couldn't move in for the further kill. 1437 will be saved.
You see what he's trying to do, though, right? If you if the X mechanic, yeah, you can X and you can break the X as it happens.
This as well. TNC cool. Ready to go, smoking up, ready to try and make the players 5.
Yeah.
How's the song looking? If we got it nearly back up, it's back up. So if it goes to pot, they can get out of there.
They might actually be able to get MP too. No, MP knows something's up. They see that the wave, well, TNC wants to get this tower because the wave's already here.
They may still catch it. Look at that Timber Chain. Sam H just beautifully closing the gap. MP is going to take a stun to the back as Tims lines it up perfectly. Fantastic Nyx Assassin play, and they're going to get more. The Stolen Fisher out onto Kezu, sets up for a second for TNC.
Nice smoke, very aggressive play. Like they wanted to go bottom to be able to push the tower because the lane's pushing in like naturally toward it. So they're like, oh, we can get a tower off it, but getting 2 kills too. Very nice penetration play. Top lane, Sam H looking to punish Puppey.
For Puppey. Puppey is gonna be left away. No,
or is
no, Sam H wants it. He's hunting for it. Puppey trying to duke it out.
Oh, the damage.
He's not got enough stick charges to get out of that one. Sam, he's up to 18 Bloodstone charges. Things getting better and better for him. Mid one being eyed up by Tims. Does now have the BKB on the Shadow Fiend, along with that Dragon Lance. So certainly feeling a little safer.
BKBs are going to be very important for him to actually take the fights, but once those BKBs start ticking low, it gets a lot harder too. And they have great ways to force BKBs, be it a Decrepit Fire, like a Nyx Assist and stun.
Mid lane, TNC still standing strong, ready to push down a tier 2. Cuckoo, of course, Ags, I believe, on its way out right now on the courier.
Yeah. Going for a Yules for himself afterwards too, so he can not have to worry so much about that X catch. And give himself a real save mechanic too, other than Decrep.
Secret can get a grab here, Yapsil's back. Get any sort of X marks is so hard with Raven in the neighborhood. Any attempt from Secret will be halted with the song. The Ag's out. The Fisher stolen. Fisher to set this up, and indeed with the life drain and the Fate Ball, he's just gone. Not even a chance to pop the BKB and save himself there.
He wasn't even Decrep during any of that. That was all just straight magic damage.
And they make it more. Puppey tried to relocate mid one out to the high ground. He's coming back. They will time it nicely. Indeed, Yapsil using the X to save Puppey. But the tier 2 in the middle lane's gone. TNC with a wave pushed up top can look to take another. And they're starting to run away with this game. 22 minutes in, 12k gold lead. And it's not if they're on some sort of timer as well. They have a Naga Siren with a Radiance.
And a Timber who's absolutely massive. Yeah, exactly.
Tims set up upon, has the Spike Carapace, but Vempi closing in. Can they get him the stolen Fisher? But it's not going to work. Kezu jumps in with the Echo. May get punished for this though. He gets brought back into the Decrepify life drain. Kezu's down. TNC are looking for more. Raven. He's caught 2 of them. Samh lays down the Chakram. Fisher comes out, but it's not going to be enough. That's going to be a second down. The boat flies through, but Samh protected himself for the time being, as TNC are just taking full control of the game right now, and Secret could not slow them down. What is the plan from Secret? How do they deal with a side that is this far ahead at this stage and with the heroes they have?
They're just getting, they're losing. I mean, they've lost all their buildings. They're just getting ran at now at this point. I mean, I did like the Midas if they were able to take fights with it and everything, but it's looking to be pretty painful because they're not able to play around the Shadow Fiend's BKB. So MP is just getting further and further behind, even though he went for it. They're just not allowing him to actually catch up. TNC is just playing too fast paced. They're not really letting Secret get what they need in these type of engagements, or really letting them do pretty much anything. They don't have good kill options because whenever they do, it's like a sleep comes through or whatever.
I mean, it feels strange to say that as well, doesn't it? Saying that TNC are playing fast-paced when they have a Naga lineup. Yeah. It just goes to show how well they're doing in a situation where, I mean, Raven's obviously turned up and we've seen some great saves for him, but the reality is of it that the 4 heroes without the Naga can still just do so much, and the fact that you've got Raven that's absolutely on par to farm at any sort of rate that you'd hope a Naga Siren to be doing at, it's just a super bonus for TNC.
Oh yeah, they've got 100% map control. Yeah. Like, Secret's map is pretty much just right outside of their base, and TNC has 90% of the map to farm. Raven literally just continuing to just farm like every camp in the jungle. I mean, their towers are actually like untouched too. Top tower 1400, mid tower is 90 HP. That's the one tower. It isn't deny range, but everything else untouched.
What else is he doing item-wise after that BKB? He's actually looking to just go for straight damage. He's got the Crystallis, in fact, queued up.
He was the, I want to say that mid one was the like kind of innovator when Shadow Fiend was getting popular around Kiev Major. He would do the like Dragon Lance into Butterfly BKB, just straight damage.
He's still going to need quite some time though to really get that damage to a point where, you know, these heroes like the Pugna, I mean, like all 3 of the cores really are going to feel much threat from it. Up top, Tim, seeing if he can get a catch onto either of the supports. We'll find the stun onto Yapsor. And with 1437 sliding in, he's going to look to try and close it, but there's the save. Puppey will take Yapsor back to safety. I mean, we saw obviously in game 1, Secret dealing with the fact that TNC had a lead, and they just played it, they played it, they slowed it down, and they were able to take it late and just punish the sort of late game desperation plays of TNC. The question is if they can they do that when the lead that TNC has is just so much greater. I mean, sure, TNC were slightly ahead in game 1, but I think it was only like an 8k gold lead. This time it's a 16k gold lead. It's such a bigger deficit that Secret are at this time round.
And this game they also have the They have the super late game with the Naga Siren, and they actually have a tower sieger. The last game, they suffered because they couldn't break that melee racks. This time, they do have the Pugna who can actually just force with those heavy frontliners, be it the Naga, be it the Timbersaw. 20 charge Bloodstone on Timber with the Plate Mail Yules. Very hard to bring down for Secret.
The X-Mark.
He's got the Yules.
Try and set up onto Kuku, but DJ just plays around it. Can't be brought back into the combo. Very hard to catch the target with that Yule Scepter now.
And during all this, they're keeping Secret in their base, while Raven free farms and also pressures bottom.
Yeah, Raven's nearly got the Octarine. Just needs to finish up the second half of that Mystic Staff. And then the pressure's just going to be even heavier with those illusions.
Send one illusion bottom, send one or two mid, maybe we send one to the jungle, just keep that farm. But the Echo Slam!
Oh, he just jump in. Kezu looking to set up. They have the Torrent to follow through as well. The Song comes through, but they have lost the Pugna. TNC looking to escape, but Yapsor, he's outside of the Song and still manages to get Tim with the X-Mark, drags him back, and Secret, thanks to the jump in from Kezu, will get both those kills. They'll knock TNC back. They'll get them away from the base, free up a bit of the map, as Secret, for the first time in a few minutes, are finally able to come back out themselves.
Yeah, they really needed that to get TNC like out of their base. Like, look at the wording from TNC. They are literally just trying to trap Secret there. So, very good opportunity seized by Mr. Kezu.
That's the pit they go. P. Puppey. Will they be interrupted? That's the question. There's still a Timber in the game, and Sam H could certainly try and get involved. He may just do that. TP's coming across to the pit. Roshan falling very, very low, when Secret will secure it. They'll get Roche, they'll get the Aegis stolen. Torrent comes out though, connects onto both MP and Mid-1, forces Mid-1 to put the BKB. MP with the Enrage and Runaway as he looks to get out of this. Mid-1 revs up the ultimate. Good connection onto Kuku, turns, and with the damage of the Chrysalis, bringing him down low. Kezu trying to close the gap. There's the bring back into the Torrent. Gets the magical damage through the Decrepify as they bring down the Pugna. Raven now looking for Kezu. Stolen Torrent once again from 1437, holding the Shaker in place. They'll get themselves another. Mid-1's going to go for the TP out. He's not going to make it though. Stun flies through from Tim's. Zip forward from Sam H as Puppey is also in a whole world of trouble. Gets cut down. Double kill for Sam H. So Secret, they may have got the Aegis, they may have got the Roche, but TNC getting 3 big kills and straight away are ready to pressure the high ground.
Yeah, the Kuku died at least, but yeah, the damage is too much from this Timbersaw. He has no fear whatsoever, as he shouldn't. He can just walk in. He's got Shiva's finished up whenever the courier can deliver it to. He is a force to be reckoned with.
Question is, do we see any buybacks? Mid-1's holding on to his. He's down for 30 seconds. They've got a fortification. Secret. The TNC, there's the Dragon. 1437 slides in again with the stolen Torrent to follow up the telekinesis. MP's gone. Aegis out of his hands. They're taken down once. Now with the respawns, it looks like TNC are happy just backing up. They have that tier 3. They can open up the shrines. 1437 picks up a Blink Dagger. TNC, as we're seeing, still, despite losing that Roshan and Aegis, still very much showing their dominance with this 16k gold lead.
Yeah, they just walk up the high ground there. You can see up to Mid-1. Of course, yeah, Kuku does die, but I mean, Raven is already starting to get to the point where he's too farmed. The Octarine will be finished up. We've seen this fight was only Soul Booster, but they're so damn strong. That stolen Torrent as well was super clutch there by 1437. He got 2 big Torrent plays to help his team clean people up.
I mean, he really is having a great game. 1437.
He really is. 7-9. Yeah, he's been owning. Not only just warding, like he invaded very early and got early deep wards, but he's the one like guiding the team, like making the plays. You can see like he's the one drawing the lines. He's the one making the call to make those aggressive plays, and he's gotten himself a couple solo kills too. It's been a very impressive play by 1437 this time around on the Rubik.
Tim's down bottom, actually setting up a little bit onto Mid-1 there, but despite Carapace catch out, brings him down to half health. Kezu looking to punish, jumps forward with the Fisher. There's the Yules holding them back. Kezu goes in, pops down the Echo Slam, bringing Tim's down low, but there's the save from Kuku with the life drain, keeping the Nyx Assassin alive. They'll be able to back out, and that is Echo Slam used and down.
No,
it's a little success.
Secret's like big way of actually doing stuff. They used BKB as well on the Shadow Fiend, and he's not even full souls on SF.
These bottom racks looking in trouble. Secret, can they hold without these components that they require for this team fight? Sam H being forced back, Yapzor, teasing around with the potential of getting the catch with an X mark.
God, they can barely even bring down this Timbersaw at all, even if he commits super
look at
hard.
1437 coming in with the catch onto Yapzor. Zip forward from Samich as he pops the Shiva's guard. They've taken down Yapzor on the Kunkka. Can they get more? Mid-one trying to turn with the razors, but the root's out. Chakram's there. There's the sleep from Raven. Buying some time for TNC to reset, wait around the Enrage, waiting out that ultimate from MP. MP does have the BKB though, pops it, ready to continue, looking for Tims, but Tim out to the sidelines. They don't have vision by the looks of it. Tims is going to be able to walk this one off. Raven moves forward with the root onto Puppey. Finally they kill off the Nyx Assassin with the raise, but the space is being created for TNC to continue sieging this bottom lane of Rax as Sam H just goes forward with the Timber Chain, keeping Secret Force back towards their fountain, and TNC should indeed get this melee race. They're so close, they're not actually going to stick around for it by the looks of it. Secret will actually get them away before they finish it, or maybe it's the double bait back. TNC looking to head back in. Chakram off target, but the pullback does catch upon all four of Secret. BKB's come out from mid-one, revs at the Requiem, but Sam H is already down to the bottom tree line. Timber chains across, looking to control MP. MP pops the Enrage. Sam H trying to waste his time as he uses himself up, but he gets bursted down. That's going to be the Timber hitting the decks. Finally, they do get the racks. How heavy can Secret make TNC pay for it though? Raven with that Octarine reduced cooldown songs back up. Cuckoo's able to TP out of there, and Raven now looking for the retreat. Jump forward attempt from MP, but Raven's already too far away. So a little scrappy, but the TNC do get the job done at the end of the day. They get those racks.
Yeah, they gave up a little bit of gold, but yeah, it's the big deal. And I mean, Sam H loses some Bloodstone charges, but he respawned pretty much instantly and continued to push the lanes out. And yeah, the advantage still continuing to be TNC, 18,000 gold lead.
Absolutely. I mean, as we've been saying, Sam H is just, yeah, absolutely nailing it this game.
Yeah.
6-1-6. Raven as well. I mean, as you mentioned in the other game, you know, this seems to be a team that if you have the player cards, you're going to get big points on these boys. They don't feed. They get good KDA.
Look, Raven last game only
always
had like
involved in so many team fights.
Yeah.
So much fighting from this team TNC.
They're playing a lot more coordinated than Secret, though, that is for sure. Yapzor's having a very rough game, which seems to be pretty telltale when Secret actually does struggle quite a bit with these type of lineups, too. When it's like required that he has a good impact in the game, and he's just unable to because of the unfortunate deaths he had versus the Pugna in the mid lane a couple times. Just set him back a lot. Timbersaw now has a full Solar Crest.
So certainly, yeah.
So more armor and ways to deal with the Ursa and the Shadow Fiend's physical damage.
Nearly level 25 as well on Sam H.
Yeah. He's gonna be the first one. By a lot.
By a mile, yeah.
Yeah, because he did the 20% XP too. Yeah.
What's the Manta done for Raven?
Wow, I thought somebody else was like almost level 20 or like level 20 or 21, but no, yeah. The next highest is mid one at level 19.
Oh, Kezu does jump in with the Echo. Oh my goodness!
Stun.
Tim's with the stun there, holding the back for the time being. Kuka's going to get the chance to sell fuels. I mean, they will still lose Cuckoo. They're going to lose Tims as well as MP jumps forward. But it was a neat little play from Tims, actually getting the stun onto relocating. Doesn't really add up to much as Secret still get the job done.
Secret still showing life, showing that they can still make the aggressive plays when people are split up. They seized that opportunity as soon as they saw Naga mid and they saw two heroes set up top. You know that the resources were split up.
See the replay again.
Oh, they actually just get the wrap on. They didn't see anybody. I thought they'd actually seen like maybe one person, but no, they just go straight in. But they do have the number advantage, 4 heroes in comparison to 3. But they get the initial jump on Cuckoo, which is what matters, and Sam H wasn't there in time.
Yeah, 1437 was a little unfortunate with the spell steal as well. Only got the enchant totem. Say you got a Fisher there, or maybe even if you got the Echo, could have walked in and maybe had the potential to turn that. Just got pretty much the least useful one from Kezu's armory.
I mean, Fisher's probably the much more. Like, Echo is just the damage. If you got Aftershock, that'd be sick. But
I guess enchant totem's alright if you have the Ags. Actually, no, to be fair, you don't really want to be jumping in as a Rubik.
Doesn't even stun. You just jump in and die.
Well, I mean, we saw Secret do it game 1, as I say. But this time it is pretty much double the lead that TNC had in game 1, where they still lost.
They are itemizing well, though. We see the double diffusals coming out for mid 1 and MP, so they're able to remove that Pugna Decrep. It's not only just for the Pugna Decrep. I mean, that's the clear one, but it's very good versus the Timbersaw to remove that Yule Scepter too. And
yeah. She has that MKB, and mid 1 is certainly going to be punching. A lot of damage on Shadow Fiend. Of course, MKB absolutely required, as we mentioned with Sam H having that Polar Crest.
Yeah. And Naga eventually probably like Butterfly, right? Eventually, maybe. We've seen a little bit of variety in builds. Well, we haven't really seen too many Nagas, but we have seen different type of build. I actually haven't seen Naga win a game in a long time.
I've just not seen Naga at all.
Yeah.
It was picked in another game, wasn't it? I believe didn't Cloud9 play it?
I think Cloud9 played it, and that was the last.
They lost with it, didn't they?
I want to say
pretty
yes.
sure they lost with it. That point booster? We're going to be looking for the Ags next on Sam H.
Would be the likely. I don't think he'll buy an Iascati.
No. Glad to see it, but certainly going to be eventually working its way towards.
Yeah. When you have this many Bloodstone charges and you're so farmed, like the double chakram, you have the mana sustain for it.
Tims is going to get caught out by this, but it's a bit of an awkward position for Secret to get to. And can't really get their way around the cliff. He'll be fine. Super slow sieging going in from Raven as he's just sending in illusions to hit those towers, but of course with the various nerfs that we've had over time, it's very slow indeed. TNC actually going to smoke up. They get ward control off that high ground. They know that they're going to be able to do this pretty undiscovered. They want to try and enter the base from the bottom, where they've taken this tier 3. And this, it could be quite effective if they can get the catch before those BKBs come out. Mid one would be the perfect target. Heading forward in there, he's going to get caught out straight up with the telekinesis can. Puppy saving me, can't.
Get him right away.
Gone. Perfect catch for them to find their TNC. He's down for 70. He does have buyback. TNC could do a good job at trying to force this out of him. They'll head straight towards the mid lane as they'll look to try and take a second set. They'll finish off that range racks first by the looks of it, down bottom. They clean out the bottom lane. Sam H is already there in the middle. Will mid one be forced to buy back? He's down still for 50 seconds. Secret, how much can they do is just the 4. They do have Echo Slam. Kezu under the cover of the Shadow Blade, waiting for the opportune moment to jump in. But look at Sam H, he's just moving forward, forcing Secret back, away from this Rax. As Cuckoo lays down the ward, slowly gets in there with the blast. Bit by bit, they'll start to take it down. 1437 with the telekinesis onto MP. The life train going to work, bringing MP down to less than half of his life. Root sail onto Yapsor. He's in trouble. They're moving with the Riptide. Kezu, oh, he whiffs the Echo. It catches no one. Kezu's down for a minute. Cuckoo will be jumped upon, but he uses himself up. Buys time. Raven's there trying to save him. The self-decrepify. Cuckoo's going to live. MP can't quite finish Cuckoo off. Gets decrepify, gets Glimmer Cape. He gets saved, and now there's the turn. Telekinesis into the life train, bringing him down low. Stolen Fisher comes out, they'll bring down MP. Now they turn towards Puppy, getting rooted up, brought down, triple kill for Sam H. There'll be the buyback on MP. Mid one is back, but the rest, the 3 members of Secret do not have buyback. They're in a lot of trouble here. TNC looking like they can close this game 2 out. Mid one in trouble as he gets the BKB out in time, and MP has brought down 1. Finds Cuckoo. Tim's getting dropped low as well, but again, 1437 with these Glimmer Capes, keeping his team alive. MP goes back in, does get the clap, will find the kill onto the Nyx Assassin.
The damage is done.
But they've lost the Shadow Fiend, and indeed, the base is looking to be in absolute shambles.
Yeah. Mid one not even buying back. Yeah, he has it up, but okay,
now
he does go for it now, but
all right.
Yeah.
Can they actually get this kill? Look how tanky Sam H is. He's got so much armor. They're trying to force him away, jump forward. The MP has to run. He's got to be so careful. This Timber just does so much more to the Earth than he does to him. They will drag him back. He's going to kill himself. He says, you can have my life. We've got mega creeps. I'm not giving you any gold. I'm not giving you any XP for any sort of chance of catching back into this. As Secret are back up, they will hold in on this game. But the mega creeps are out for TNC. And at a 31,000 gold lead, can Secret really turn this game around? We saw them do it with a very minor advantage going TNC's way in game 1, but this time round, it's looking pretty much impossible. This should be TNC walking this one home.
Definitely. And we do even see, look at this. Naga Siren building Dagon 3.
Building a Dagon on Naga.
Hey, this time, it's a little different. He's with a Pugna, so he's got the Decrepify bonus damage with the Octarine. It's super low cooldown, and as we've seen, mid one is barely even able to get his BKB off if he gets chain stun. So it does, it's... the game's kind of over anyway. They have mega creeps, but it's pretty good this time around with the Nether bot.
It's a bit of a game. It's good. Puppy, he's got relocate. Off he goes. Portals it out of there.
Is Kunkka there for him? Yeah. Yapster's there to X him up.
Lincoln's on 1437. Building those luxury. Still sensible items, 14.
Oh, they got the Yules on him.
Oh, they caught him. Oh, Puppy. Caught out, indeed, that Yules to counter the X-Mark play. Smart moves from TNC.
Nope.
No buyback on Puppey. Down for 45. TNC, they're chilling though. I think they're probably enjoying this. They're like, we're 31k ahead. You guys have lost the game. We're just going to go and suck off Roshan. And just chill out.
Just pug things.
Yeah, with the lads. Yeah, no way Secret you get over to this one. But Raven's probably saying, lads, let me finish off my Dagon 5.
Hey, he's close.
Getting there. What can Secret do? Can they do some sort of miraculous comeback? It really feels like the world is against them now in this game.
It's just way too hard.
Yeah.
It actually is just way too difficult. This Timber Saw is pretty much unkillable. They have to isolate him with 4 heroes to bring him down.
Here we go. Ready to come in. TNC already in the base. They smoke up. There's the jump forward. Have the telekinesis, but he does get forced back. MP will be saved. For now, at least, Kezu trying to move forward, but the Raid is going to cause issues for him, trying to make that sort of blink initiation. Now he's ready to look for an opening. Comes forward, there's the jump, gets the echo, but again, it only clips onto the Timber. BKB in the Requiem comes out from mid-1. 1437 slides down to the low ground. Puppey moving forward on the front lines, but they've already lost Yapsor. MP trying to work into Cuckoo. Cuckoo keeping himself up with the life train. Oh, he's going to survive! Cuckoo doesn't quite go down. Mid-1 gets taken out close towards the base. Raven sings the song of celebration as GG is called. TNC take game 2 and Secret tap out. What a performance from TNC as they absolutely blew Secret away with this one. This was an incredible performance from TNC as well.
Yeah, I think it was a very good performance.